You're watching BCS Under the Lights, courtside.
I'm Steve Brown, here with my co-host, Brett Oates, and Jackson-Olin alum and basketball star, Jeff Hill. We are also entreated with our awesome cheerleaders and awesome Martin Green machine behind us. Let's talk basketball. The Lady Mustangs and the Bisons had a short amount of time to prepare for tonight's game after being out of school for nearly 1 week due to inclement weather. The Mustangs have a strong battle ahead of them, so they focused on making sure their defense is up to par during practice yesterday. Our Zach Sims continues our coverage.
We're here with Coach Rodney Dorsey of Jackson-Olin Lady Mustangs. Coach, what's our game plan for this week?
Well, the game plan is real simple. We come with a lot of pressure defense. We play a lot of man-to-man. We're gonna kind of mix it up this week. We do what we do. We got 2 post players that we go inside to. We got a point guard that's really athletic. We try to create some opportunities for her in space.
We're here with Kennedy Cunningham of the Lady Mustangs. Kennedy, what's our game plan?
To execute, be disciplined, and win.
This has been a short week of practice due to weather. How do you all prepare to get back up on track?
Just got to come in when we can and go hard. Everybody listen, everybody be on the same page. It ain't no time to play. You know, we got to play.
I'm Zach Sims, BCS Media.
All right, guys, what will the Lady Mustangs have to do tonight in order to contain the Lady Bisons? Brett?
Okay, what they're going to have to do, the Bison are going to be aggressive. The Mustangs have got to shut down the guard play of the Herd. They're going to have to also shut down that inside play by the Herd. I don't know if they can do it.
Hill, what's up, my man?
Well, I tell you what, the Mustangs got to play hard. They got good guard play out front. I've seen them play a few games this year. They really can score inside. If they come out and play the defense Coach Dorsey wants them to play, they're going to be okay.
Now, you say the kind of defense that they want to play. I take it that's an aggressive style of defense?
Well, Coach Dorsey's kind of conservative. He don't go out and be real aggressive. He let you make the mistake. He going to make you make the mistake. So he plays a smart game.
Brett, on the other side, though, you've got some aggression coming from the Herd.
Yeah.
What can we expect from the Herd defense?
I'll tell you who you need to keep an eye on is Townsend, their guard. She's a sophomore guard. She's very aggressive, handles the ball very well, distributes the ball very well to everybody. They're going to have a very good offensive end. On the defensive end, they're going to have to be very aggressive. Like you said, Steve, the Herd's going to have to be aggressive on the defensive end to slow down the Mustangs.
Now, Terrell Hill is a force down low for the Herd. What can J.O. do to answer her size and her skill?
Well, I guarantee you Coach Dorsey is going to have a zone that's set up for her. He's a good zone defensive coach, and he knows what to do against that girl.
Brett, the Herd are going to be in shape. We saw Coach O coming in with them, one of the best renowned trainers in the area.
Yeah.
What should J.O. expect as far as how long they have to play this game and endure?
The name of the Thundering Herd is exactly that. They are going to run. They are going to be in shape. When you see Coach O with people, you are going to be in shape. Those young ladies are going to be able to run up and down the court. Now, are the Mustangs going to be able to keep up with that Herd?
Well, the Parker Lady Bison have had a winning season so far. They're looking to add another W tonight to their record. Our Tommy Palladino is live with the team's head coach to see how they prepare for tonight's game. Tommy?
All right, I'm here with Coach Sledge. Coach Sledge, you've got a top 15 team in the state, but you've already been Jackson-Olin once this season, but this is an area game. How big is this game?
It's big. We don't take J.O. lightly. A lot of people look at rankings and look at the record, but we don't look at all of that. We just show up and make sure we're ready to play and compete. So
All right, so Otisha Towns is one of your top players, player of the game last game. If I'm Jackson-Olin, I'm going to try and stop her. How do you keep her involved?
Well, lately I have made her sit at the front of the bench with me. So when she comes out of the game, if I have to correct her or make some adjustments, she has to sit right next to me. And throughout the game, we're just, discussing what she should have did before I subbed out, what she needs to do if she goes back in the game. Just make sure our communication is where it needs to be on the same page.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck. This is Tommy Palladino with BCS Media. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Brett Oates, let's get into the BCS coaches poll for the girls.
Hey, I am excited. Well, here we go. Now, this is the first BCS basketball top 5 girls coaches poll ranking for 2024. So let's get into it. In at number 1, and is no surprise, are the 20-6 Winona Dragons, who are also 2-1 in region play. In the number 2 spot are those Vikings of Huffman with a 17-6 record, and they are currently undefeated at 2-0 in 6A regional play. In the number 3 spot, and there are the 14-5 Thundering Herd of Parker, who are even in regional play at 1-1. In at number 4 position are the Ramsey Rams, who are 12-10, but are undefeated in 5A regional play at 3-0. Holding on to the number 4 spot are the 9-10 Mustangs of Jackson-Olin, who are 2-4 in their regional play. Now, out of this week's top 5 girls are the Colonels of Woodlawn at 5-14. They are 0-3 in regional play, along with the Carver Rams.
Wow.
So there we go.
Wow.
Right there. So we're looking good. Even in the state, these teams are ranked, not only just in the BCS. So, guys, what do you think?
Hey, man, I can't argue with 1 through 3 at all. I mean, for me, you've got 1A, B, and C, to be quite honest with you. All 3 of those teams are quite good.
Jackson-Olin got off to a hot start at the beginning of this year. I've seen them play their first 5 games. I like the way they play. I think they're going to do something in the regionals when it comes down to it.
And that's what matters in the Brett.
Yeah,
it matters what's done when you hit region play as you.
Region play, as you can see in the state right there, the 5A and the 6A, like you're looking at Ramsey. They're undefeated in region play. So you're going to look at them. They're going to play strong in the 5A as usual. And then you have Parker. You also have Huffman. You have Winona. So we've got 3 very, very strong girls programs in the BCS.
Absolutely. Going to be very exciting to see as we get down the stretch in this basketball season. Well, up next, Jackson-Olin's varsity boys basketball team has a big matchup tonight. Are they ready to take on the Herd? We'll discuss it after the break.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths, and early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bhamcityschools.org. Begin your road to success in BCS today.
Page Pals looks to encourage reading outside of the classroom and inside of our homes by at least 15 minutes, 3 days per week. Now, in order to help our young students succeed, we need total commitment across the board. That's parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, mentors, and so many more. So join us. Join us in sharing the love of reading with our kids. To learn more or to volunteer to read with our students, please visit bhammufirst.org. That's bhammufirst.org, or at 205-320-0879. Listen, thanks to all of you for being Page Pals.
You're watching BCS Under the Lights, courtside.
listening live at the mighty Marching Green Machine here at Jackson-Olin High School. Good to see you again, Brett.
Good to see you, Steve.
Good to see you back there, Zach, and all of our audience. This is our first broadcast of the new year. Welcome back to BCS Under the Lights Courtside Edition. I'm Steve Brown here with Brett Oates and Jeff Hill. Now, let's get back to basketball here for a minute.
Yep.
The Parker Thunder and Herd Varsity basketball team will be playing in full force tonight, and the Mustangs are ready for the pressure. Now, full force, we mean they've got some guys back to play football. The Mustangs returned to the hardwood yesterday for practice, and the team head coach says the big thing for them is to cut back on the turnovers. Zach Sims takes us to the team's practice.
We're here with Coach Roosevelt Morrow of the Jackson-Olin Mustang. Coach, what do we need to do to put this thing back together?
First play with effort and energy and effort. When we can play with energy and effort, we'll be able to compete with anybody and stop turning the ball over.
We're here with Reginald Ward and Santaz AG of Jackson-Olin Mustang. Guys, what do we need to do to put this thing back together?
Just be physical, come play together, and play hard. Just play hard as a team and just compete.
It's been a short week of practice due to weather conditions. How does that play into y'all game plan?
It really do play a big part because we got to prepare for this game. It's an area game, so we just got to, come and prepare and be ready.
I'm Zach Sims, BCS Media.
Back live with the crew. What are your thoughts on tonight's matchup, guys? I mean, now,
yes, sir.
I got to admit, I'm feeling some kind of way because that band got it going back there, baby.
Yeah, they do.
But let's go to Hill first. Hill,
Well, I'll let you know.
what you think gonna happen, man?
When I hear that music, man, I get excited. I'm going to let you know because this is back in my day.
Yes, sir.
And it's the kind of stuff we used to hear, and it gets you going.
Yeah.
But if J.O. can keep down on the turnovers tonight, we're going to be in good shape.
All right,
Yep,
Brett,
yep.
What are you saying now?
That's that Gremlin music in the back. There you go. Now, J.O., they're going to definitely have to play an up-tempo game. The Herd, they're going to be coming. They've got big guys down there. You've got good ball handlers. And that's what I've been impressed with the Herd this year. Their ball handling at the guard position has improved tremendously. So that's where I think it's going to be really important.
And that makes a huge difference because we know that backcourt is going to captain your game.
Yep.
And how goes your backcourt is how goes your team. That Marching Green Machine is getting it up. Now, Coach Hill, you mentioned this is your kind of music. Now you're from the class of 77.
Class 77.
Played in the golden years of
played in
BCS high school basketball. Tell us and tell the audience a couple of the guys that you played with who they know about.
Well, I played against Andrew Tony. I played with Reggie Mule King. I played with Reginald Caveman McGarry, the legend.
Yes.
Michael Anderson. We had some great players back in those days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was some really great. Chris Giles, one of the great players.
Oh, yeah.
Victor Rice played at Hayes. Eric Richardson played for Carver. Bubba Price. Don't leave those guys out.
And I understand, despite you playing with such outstanding guys, here in J.O., you're the #2 lead scorer in history.
I'm the second lead scorer in J.O. history.
Wow.
I'm proud of that.
Congratulations, and you very well
That's
should
fantastic.
be, because
Yeah,
there have been some great athletes to come through this school. Who was the coach that you played for here at J.O.?
I played with Frank Sylvester and Carlton Wells. They were my coaches. Did a great job. Good coaches.
And you went on to Drake University, had a good college career. Now you're back here working at Jackson-Olin, giving back in your own school, man. That's got to be a great
It's
feeling.
nothing better than coming back to your own school and working at your own school. I love to give back here. This is my neighborhood. This is where I grew up at. This is what we're going to win at tonight.
I love it, Coach.
There you
Now,
go.
Brett, I'm going to give you a little softball for Coach Hill. He also coaches flag football here at J.O.
Okay, Coach, y'all guys had a great season this year. Everybody did. Winona won a state championship. You guys are right behind them, so did Parker and everybody else. What do you have to say about them playing flag football?
Well, flag football is a great sport here at J.O. We love it. We were 8-3 this year. Winona beat us twice. I knew they had a great team. Coach Lane is doing an excellent job over there. Huffman had a good team this year, but we really represented the BCS very well this year.
Oh, yeah. There
Outstanding.
You go.
2 losses to the champions. Who,
Right.
Who can complain about
lose,
that?
That's who you lose.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Brett, let's move on now. Let's talk about how the boys' teams are ranked in this outstanding BCS city school system in boys basketball.
Okay, well, now moving on to the BCS top 5 teams on the boys side. Staying in the top spot are the 18-8 Thundering Herd, and who are undefeated in regional play at 4-0. In at number 2 are the 15-8 Rams of Carver, who are also 3-1 in region play. Holding on to the number 3 position are the other Rams, the Rams of Ramsey at 13-8, and they are 2-1 in regional play. Sliding into the number 4 post are the 10-12 Vikings of Huffman. Holding on to that 5th spot are the Dragons of Winona at 9-13. The Dragons are 1-3 in region play. Well, guys, what do you got to say about that? What do you think about the poll?
Well, we talked early on about the difficulty of our pre-region play.
Right.
And how many of our schools in Birmingham play up. They're not concerned about the record, they're concerned about competition. So now we see going into region play, a lot of our teams are looking good.
That's right.
I like what Carver is doing. Carver defeated Ramsey last week, and I think that went a long way toward putting them at number 2.
Yeah, you got to let the kids play a better schedule before preseason.
That's right.
So you can get ready for conference. So that's what most of our schools do here in the BCS. Play up. Don't worry about the record. Get better and wait for the regional play.
Well, that'll do it for us, guys. And, you know, it was just great. So this is the first one of 2024.
There it is, man. Well, thank you, Brett. Up next, Jackson-Olin's newest athletic program has been very dominant. Stick around to meet the student athletes who make up the wrestling team. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Students today, lawyers tomorrow.
She was wrongly accused.
These are scholars from Ramsey, Woodlawn, Jackson-Olin, Carver, Parker High Schools.
You think she's a liar, right?
Executing a mock trial competition at the Jefferson County Courthouse.
This case is about a boy named Andy Jackson and a girl named Stacy Simpson. They were into it because Andy was sneezing by his locker and Stacy recorded him and saying that he had COVID.
Parker student Kamaya Allen and the other students are participants in the YMCA's Youth and Government program. The YMCA has partnered with the Birmingham Bar Association not only to show these scholars how government works, but to recruit more minority attorneys. Marcus Maples, president of the Birmingham Bar Association, said in the Alabama State Bar, less than 8% of attorneys are people of color.
There's an emphasis on Birmingham City Schools because we believe that those students are extremely talented, and all that we need to do as members of the bar is support them in their talent and in their vision to become lawyers, and they will.
The support comes from lawyers from various law firms in Birmingham. They acted as attorney coaches for the students leading up to the mock trial. This is a big deal for Kamaya as she aspires to become an attorney someday.
It just gives me the feel of what it's going to actually be like when I do step into my career in the future. It just lets me know that I have to make sure that I have all the facts before it's time for me to actually get into my case.
There was a moment of inspiration.
As you heard, my name is Javen Patton, and I am privileged to be a judge here on the Civil Circuit bench. This is my 7th year, my 2nd term, and I am enjoying it immensely.
The scholars heard from judges like Javen Patton, who is also a graduate of Ramsey IB High School. The judges even critiqued the students on their court performance. Ramsey student Tyra Davis is grateful for the opportunity because she too wants to become a lawyer in the future.
With the YMCA, this is a great program that they're doing with youth and government because we're actually allowed to experience what's going on in the courtroom. We're able to get internships with other judges.
Carver students had the pleasure of serving on the jury.
As being active jurors in there, sitting and listening, and just, I want to say, taking key points away from like what the defense did in this situation, or what did the plaintiff do in this situation, you know, just learning and getting a better understanding of it.
As of now, the Students Today, Lawyers Tomorrow project is open to all BCS high school students, but the goal is to expand the program to the middle school level. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
You're watching BCS Under the Lights, courtside.
Welcome back to the BCS Under the Lights courtside. We are nearing that 6 p.m. tip-off time. The Jackson-Olin Mustangs will be taking on the Parker Thundering Herd. Now, the wrestling program here at Jackson-Olin may be new, but these Mustang wrestlers have been competing fiercely this season. Now, joining us here live is the head coach, David Yonder, and members of the Mustang wrestling team. Coach Yonder, can you real quickly introduce some of the guys that you have here? You've got a good group of dudes here.
Yes, sir. So I'm Coach Yonder, and we've got Nick Brooks right here. He's a senior. He's wrestling 217. He's ranked second in the state of Alabama at 6'8".
Second?
Yes, sir. And we've got Eli right here. He's ranked 6th in the state of Alabama at the 115-pound weight class. All right, and we also got Big Meat Demetrius.
Meat!
He's a freshman. He's got so much potential.
Yeah.
And he's doing very well this season. We also have Cameron Bullock. He's been wrestling 144. Sometimes he jumps up to the 150-pound weight class.
Yeah.
All right, he's had a ton of success. We just recently got back from Carver, the Carver Classic. Yeah. So
how'd you guys do?
We did very well. We all took some medals home.
Well, good. I can see all the medals down here.
Yes, sir.
Coach, all these guys right here that you've had in a short amount of time, how tough has it been, and why would people want to get involved with wrestling?
It's very tough. Wrestling is like one of the very first sports that was ever invented, right there with basketball. It improves your mental toughness.
Yeah.
You can get a scholarship.
Yep.
You can get these medals around your neck. It's a lot of fun. It changed my life. I know I love wrestling, and I think they do too.
Now, here's a little switch. We have a young lady back here.
Yes.
You have a lady wrestler in there.
Absolutely.
Come on up here, young lady. Come on up here so they can see you. So we have a lady wrestler. What's her name, Coach?
Her name is Makazi Gardner.
And she wrestles in what weight class? How? Because people will think it's only guys that are doing this.
Right, so there's also all different types of weight classes for the girls division, starting from 100 pounds all the way up to 235. And she wrestles in the heavyweight division for the girls.
That's fantastic. A lot of people don't know that. So, well, look, it's great. You guys have done it in such a short time. You've only had it, what, 3 years?
Yes, absolutely.
3 years. Well, Coach, we really appreciate you guys coming out and showing us. Glad everybody got to see all this, and the young lady who has also been out here as well. We appreciate it. Well, there's more to the Parker High School than football, basketball, and baseball. The Lady Bison recently rolled into the Alabama State Regional Bowling Tournament. Fred Davenport takes us inside the tournament.
The Alabama High School Athletic Association's North Regional Bowling Tournament is underway in Trussville. The 6A Lady Bisons of Parker High School are competing in the tournament. This is their 4th year in a row of participating. Of course, their overall goal is to secure that blue map, but they have more rounds to finish before the state championship.
We are 8-4 in the region. We're 11-6 overall. So today we're playing for seeding for the regional finals, which will be on next Thursday. And next week we will play the best of 7 Baker games. After that, then we'll play the best of 5 Bakers, then the best of 5 Bakers again. And then the state tournament will be on February 1st and 2nd in Spanish Fort.
My thoughts are like to leave no pins, try to pick up everything, encourage one another, and stay confident and have faith in each other.
You said 4 years back to back, you made it to regionals. How significant is it?
It's very significant. We're still trying to get over the hump. So last year we didn't make it because one of the girls fouled, so that kept us out of the finals because the points didn't count. But hopefully this year with this group of young ladies, even though they're all new, besides Leah Ray and Kayla Williams, they were on the team last year. So, and hopefully we can get over the hump this year and get there.
Be sure to follow Parker High School's athletic page on Facebook to see the Lady Bison's final results. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
That will do it for the pregame show. The main show starts now.
You're watching BCS Under the Lights, courtside.
From Birmingham to the world, this is BCS Under the Lights, courtside edition. I'm your host, Steve Brown, here at Jackson-Olin High School, waiting on my man, Brett Oates, to come from an outstanding pre-show that he anchored with some wonderful interviews that you saw that at the end. I'm so impressed by that wrestling program that we got in there. Let me get quickly to some of the information for tonight's lineup as we get adjusted here at our scores table. We got the Parker Thundering Herd visiting us here at PD Jackson-Olin High School for what is going to be a stellar matchup on both ends. We got the girls from Parker and J.O., both poised for their region play as they prepare for what is now, for us, the first broadcast of 2024. And we're very excited to be here at Jackson-Olin High School, as are the fans, the school staff, and the student body. You heard in the pregame the cheerleaders, you heard the band and everybody getting it up. I tell you, Brett, it was just a phenomenal intro and a phenomenal welcome by the J.O. family.
Yes. I saw the team come in earlier, and as they were walking in, they looked ready to go, man. So this is going to be a very exciting game.
Absolutely. We are certainly excited about all the sponsors that have partnered with us, and we want to certainly start out by recognizing them. James W. Brown, Al Flack Agency. Give him a call for your supplemental insurance to help pay your out-of-pocket medical expenses, Brett. I think in our last broadcast, I told you I used them in December, and they dropped that check right.
You did,
the deposit right into my account. Our halftime sponsor, AEA, the Alabama Education Association, proud to support Birmingham City Schools. AEA is committed to advancing the cause of public education and believes every child deserves a quality education. AEA sincerely thanks all educators in attendance cheering for their teams. Enjoy the game and visit myaea.org to learn more. Our Scholar Athletes of the Week are brought by who, Brett?
There you go, our boy Jax. There you go. If you want some nice, fantastic chicken, go to Jax. They get more. You'll see them, and they have some great breakfast as well as that fantastic chicken that we have had.
Absolutely, and they are also the sponsor of our Players of the Game. So we look forward to identifying outstanding players on the boys and girls side to recognize them as our Jax Player of the Game. So we're very excited, and just another reminder, viewers can watch our coverage on the NFHS Network, the Birmingham City Schools YouTube page, and livestream.com.
Well, you see the referees now are here getting ready. This is a top flight crew that they have in here tonight. These are the big heavy hitters that they have here. So this must be a big game that they have going on tonight. So
we've got Mr. Gerald Howard, Mr. Nathan Pickert, and Mr. Dwayne Moore doing a great job tonight.
These are the veterans.
Yeah,
These are veterans.
They've got now coaches lined up, and they're checking out the teams in their warm-ups as we get ready for an exciting game. Just 1 minute and 23 seconds away from jump ball, and we hear in the background sounds like the J.O. Pep band getting ready to keep it crunk during the game.
Oh, the Pep band. Here we go. Now we're trying to look. That's what we've been trying to get all season, to get the Pep bands ready. I know when we go to Parker, they already told me their Pep band's going to be ready to go, Steve. When we do Ramsey, they say their Pep band is ready to go, Steve.
Hey, and a big shout out to a Renaissance man, band director at Winona, and one of our officials tonight, Dwayne Moore, always has his band ready at Winona.
Oh, man, we were at Winona. They put on a show.
Absolutely.
They put on a show. So I enjoy watching the Pep bands, and it just adds to the environment here when they're playing basketball. I mean, it's almost like a collegiate
Absolutely.
type. You know, up at A&M, how it was when they played in there.
That's
at
right,
Grambling,
man.
they played over there, and they did the same thing. So it just adds to it. If you haven't been to a Birmingham City basketball game, you're missing out on something. You're missing out on what's going out on the floor. And you're missing the entertainment, the full entertainment that's happening in the gymnasium.
Absolutely. And you see the Parker Lady Herd running off after their pregame warm-up with, again, our outstanding and the trainer that we're blessed to have in the metro area, Coach Otis Leverett.
Yes.
Modern Day Fitness.
Man, if you have Coach O, and that is one of the top. If you get him, your crew, girls or boys, no matter what sport, and we've used him in baseball. They use him in football. They use him in basketball. They use him in softball. Those young ladies and those young men are in good position, and they are ready to play. He gets them physically and mentally ready to go.
That is correct. Well, let's get ready to look at our lineup for tonight. Get to see our players who are being featured as they run through the lineups here in the Jackson-Olin Gymnasium. Do we have that graphic ready, guys, from down in the truck?
All right, no graphics for them tonight, but we're good. They're ready to go.
Absolutely. You see the ladies being introduced now for the visiting Parker Thunder and Herd. 00, Tanaya Smith. Number 1, Terilyn Hill. Number 2, Carmichael Richardson. Number 10, Janiyah Mines. Number 11, Otesia Towns. Number 12, Takaya Binder. Number 13, Ebony Belter. Number 15, Michaela Marshall. Number 25, Kelvion Chambers. And number 30, Altiana Plump.
There you go. They can get down. So let's take a look over at the JO roster.
Number 2, Shantanique Coleman. Number 3, Jemiah Mitchell. Number 4, Zariah Evans. Number 5, Trinity Rose. Number 11, Antoinese Wilson. Number 12, Anaya Smith. Number 13, Peyton Williams. Number 14, Robin White. Number 23, Kennedy Cunningham. And number 24, Jasmine Hinton.
This is going to be a good game. Now, they look very, as you well know, they're very athletic. Both teams are very, very athletic, very capable of shooting from the outside. So you're going to see the ball go up. It's going to be a lot of play. I want to really see how both teams, the guard play. I'm very interested on how the guard play is taken up on that. I want to see what Townsend does with the pressure from the Mustangs tonight. And I want to see how she handles that in distributing the ball.
As we heard from Coach Hill, he says Coach Dorsey is going to have a conservative defensive plan, likely zone heavy in this game. So we look forward to see how they prepare for this dynamic offense that the Thunder and Herd bring to the table. And we're just about ready for tip-off, Brett.
Yes. We're looking at them. They're ready to go. And you would be surprised if you look down the rosters, you don't have for Parker, there's 2 seniors on this roster.
Wow.
So these young ladies right here, and on the same thing with on the Thunder for the Mustangs.
And Towns has it for the Herd. Great to see Towns. The last time we covered Parker, she suffered an injury, I believe, to her hand.
That's right.
Good to see her back healthy. Mustangs, in fact, are in a nicely designed zone, moving quite aggressively. Pump fake, back up top. Parker moving it well, throw it away. Good defense by the Lady Mustangs.
Well, at least I saw how Parker was taking their time, let everybody get a touch on it, just to try to settle everybody down.
Parker's in their 3/4 court press. J.O. looking to break it, looking a little shaky. We got to get it across the midcourt line, and it's deflected out of bounds by the Herd.
Smith, there you go, Tanaya Smith. She had those hands, active hands, tipping it out of bounds.
The Parker defense has been the undoing of many a team, Brett, in this season.
They have. We've been impressed. At times we've got a chance to see him very upbeat, a lot of energy.
Inside, No, she couldn't control it. Nicely designed, and it's controlled by the Herd. Richardson pushes it up, gives it to Town. Nice feed inside, but it's blocked. Deflected back in, and J.O. gets it. Brett, I'm noticing some new starters on the floor. Good defense by Parker.
There's Marshall. There she is. She takes it in.
And it could have been an and one.
Yes. That's what they do. You know, she's going to play, coach is going to play who are the best ones who are performing at this time.
Wow.
So you're always going to see switches with the Parker Herd.
We got a traveling violation there on, no, actually an 8-second violation on the Mustang. They did not get it across. 2-0 is the score. Towns setting it up for the Bison. Inside, deflected, great defense, and we got a foul.
Binder, she commits her fouls. Binder's good, she's a good player. Now I want to see if the Herd, not the Herd, but if the Mustangs can settle down and break this three-quarter press.
Trying to go with the long pass, and it creates a foul. Well, it actually did not call the foul. That was a deflection. That would have been a second foul on Binder. J.O. gets it to the elbow. She's trapped. She needs some help. She gets it out. Parker's real aggressive up top. Almost a three, but no. Deflected, out of bounds. J.O. will get the ball.
Wilson for the Mustangs put that up. I thought it was in. It just rimmed in and out.
Yes, 5 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 2-0 is the score. Long pass stolen by Towns. She has a breakaway. One-handed, no, she misses it. Had a bad angle on that layup. Thought she was gonna give it up, Brett.
I did too. I thought she was gonna go ahead and give it over to Smith, but she took it herself.
Yeah, they had a two on no, and didn't convert. Nice hand check there. She got away with, caused the turnover. That was one of those old 77 NBA hand checks. Hand to the waist. Parker, nice pass.
The Binder, nice.
Nice pass.
Nice how they got that right up there to get in for the easy two right up under the basket.
Just over the outreach hand of the defender. J.O. laboring to get it up. They keep going for these long passes and they throw it away.
Parker gets the ball. Richardson, number 2 for the Herd. She was playing very aggressive. She has a lot of energy on the defensive end. I hope she can keep that up for the rest of the game. But when you're, that age, me, I'm going to sleep about 30 minutes.
J.O. very aggressive on the defense. Towns for 3, in and out. Good hustle by the Mustangs. She rips it away. And they call a second foul on Binder. She's very aggressive. That's 2 for her.
Very aggressive. They're going to go ahead. Coach Sledge is going to get Binder out of the game. Is going to go ahead and get Hill into the position. She's a very good defender, Hill, when she comes in.
Absolutely she is. Parker certainly has depth, and I love the way Coach Sledge develops her players, give them experience. And there's Hill with the block. She swatted, though, and that was clearly a foul. Score is 4-0, 4 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and the first free throw is good. So Jackson-Olin is on the board. That was number 12, Anaya Smith, Brett. 5'5" junior point guard. Beautiful form, she makes her second. Towns pushes it up. 3 on the way, no. Rebound. Tied up, and we got another foul.
Another foul on Parker. Smith with that. I thought she rushed that shot for Parker.
She did.
I don't know why you would put that up that quickly. Maybe she was just excited, you know.
Oh, she threw it right to Towns.
Gets it right up to Richardson.
Nice left-handed layup. Nice ball move. Inside.
Oh, and there she goes. Okay, there you go. You had Hill, pass to Hill down and low. She was coming in for the ball, and she is fouled, and she's headed to the foul line shooting 2.
Terrellyn Hill. Junior forward guard. Swish.
Very nice on that. She had a nice shot. The Nets didn't even move on that.
Right. And she makes them both. J.O. trying to find an answer for this press.
Hill comes in, posts. She puts her hand straight up and calls her the mess. Oh! Marshall is down on the paint.
To the line.
She heads to the line, but she had good position and they fouled her as she was trying to get there. I'm telling you, noticing how Parker's getting the shots or the positions down low in the paint.
She makes the first one. Second one rims out.
Mitchell for the Mustang got the rebound.
She loses it. Stolen back though by the Mustangs. Got to get it up across half court, and she does. She's still going, and it's deflected out of bounds by Richardson.
I believe that is Coleman, who's number 1, but they have her listed as number 2 for the Mustangs.
Did not get it in. 5-second violation on the Mustangs. Great defense there.
They've got to move, the Mustangs have got to move a little better trying to get that ball in. There need to be some sort of picks, you know, come down and help her get that ball. And you can't stand around and do this little, you know, half.
Yeah, me, raise your hand.
Yeah.
You got to cut. Parker moving around the horn. Nice pump fake. Bad pass there, deflected. And we got a timeout, a 30-second timeout on the court. With 2 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the score is Parker 9 and J.O. 2. Well, Brett, what do you see so far in the first quarter?
Well, what I see right now, Parker's very aggressive. It just seems like the Mustangs are a little tentative tonight. You know, as you see them bringing the ball up, they've had issues trying to get the ball in play. They've had 2 5-second calls called against them because they couldn't get the ball in, and nobody is making a cut to the ball, not aggressively. So if they can't keep playing back on their heels. Now on the Parker side, they're playing very aggressive, as we said earlier in the pregame, that's what's going to be their game. They're playing with confidence.
Balance scoring for the Herd. 5 players on this board already with points. Parker looking for something here. Moving the ball real nicely, deflected.
Now that's the second or third pass that Richardson has thrown. I'm like, why would we use a bounce pass?
Right.
She's throwing, it's not coming with velocity. Use the bounce pass or step closer to who you're trying to get that ball to.
That's what I was going to add, Coach. She's got to get to the side of the court where she's passing the ball. That's a dangerous pass when you're on the other side of the midcourt. Nice drive by Towns for 2.
Nice drive. Nice drive. Parker continues with that half press.
11-2 is the score. Down the middle block.
Hill.
Hill with a great fundamental block there. Straight up and got it above her head. And they're off and running. Down the Hill on the baseline. Blocked by J.O., but recovered by Hill. Open for a 3 is Richardson. She doesn't take it. Towns back to Richardson. No. Rebound. Nice
Marshall
rebound.
With
Marshall.
the rebound. There you go.
And a left-hand putback. Wow. The Herd are formidable.
What I will say is the Herd has looked like they're not scared of any contact.
Oh, not at all. Now the Mustangs are trying to break this press, but they're stolen again. Towns brings it up. Nice no look to Richardson, who finishes with a left hand.
Ooh, a little mustard on that hot dog.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Hey,
Yeah.
there you go. That was nice.
Beautiful. J.O. working against this press. Foul on Marshall. She didn't move her feet.
Yeah, Marshall grabbed her around that wrist. You could see how the number 11, Wilson, how she changed in the direction in the air. So, you know, it's clearly a foul. She gets 2 shots.
That was a replay of that no-look pass from Towns. The first free throw by Wilson was missed. Parker subbing quite freely.
Yeah.
She makes the second. 15-3 is our score. Towns brings it up, and there you go again, Brett. Now
There it is.
Towns makes the mistake.
And I don't know what they're not doing, why they're so far apart from each other when they're making that pass. You can see Coach Sledge over there getting on them about.
Right, that's not a mistake you want to keep seeing a team of this caliber make. 3-pointer. Oh, no. Rebound by the Herd. Nice hesitation and crossover block. Towns with a nice move to get down the lane.
Very nice job right there. Towns has that, she can go off pace.
She did it right there.
Yeah.
Gets 2 free throws here.
Towns is a highly recruited young lady. She's been on several trips.
She makes her
this
first.
year.
Otisha Towns, Jr. She misses the second. J.O. gets the rebound. Parker backs up out of the press. Nice high-low. And in and out, rebound, and she is fouled, and it was on the floor.
I thought she kind of up and down with the ball, but they called him a foul before that happened.
She gets 2 shots. Actually wasn't on the floor, it was in the act of shooting. So she will get 2 shots. That's number 23, Kennedy Cunningham. And
oh, I thought she was going to get the bounce.
Yeah, she misses the first.
A slew of substitutions on this one for both sides, not both sides, but for the Mustangs.
And she makes the second off the glass. 16-4 with 13.7 seconds in the first quarter. Richardson now running the point. She penetrates to the side to Towns, back up top, back to Towns, into the corner, and the quarter has expired.
Richardson was ready to fire that thing up. Ain't she from the corner?
Was, just a second or two too late. So at the end of the first quarter, 16-4 is our score. The visiting Parker Lady Bison in the lead.
There you go. There's the pep band doing their thing. There's the dance ladies. Oh, look at this. Oh. Oh, the Mustangs.
They got juice, don't they?
Oh, the Mustangs are doing their thing. Now, Steve, I'm going to start something. What I would like to see is, if we played at a neutral site, everybody who's there at that neutral site, both teams bring their pep band. And let's see what happens
on
the court and in the stand.
Oh, man,
Now
I can only imagine. As you see the marching green machine. Yeah!
There they go, there they go. Great job.
Great job by the marching green machine of Jackson-Olin High School as we're back to live action. Second quarter, Parker with a 16-4 lead. Deflection by Parker.
Yeah, Chambers is in the game now. Her hands are active. Chambers, who is a sophomore as well.
Jill gets it in. Parker's extended that defense, almost a half-court defense now.
Yeah.
That's another one of those dangerous passes, Brett.
Yeah, there we go. There you go, Richardson to Towns. I can call her Townsend as Towns. Towns.
Deflected out of bounds by the Mustangs. Now we get to see Parker's inbound play. See what Coach Sledge dials up. Got it right in, and she traveled.
There we go.
Nice design, but she wasn't ready to handle it.
Official said she took a bus.
Yeah. Brett, I love this court here at Jackson-Olin.
Oh, yes.
High School Gymnasium.
Oh,
the green and gold. Nice teardrop for two.
Did you see that?
Sweet. Coleman for two. 16-6 is the score. They're not out of this thing. They can battle back. Only a 10-point lead, and it's early, and it's stolen. An opportunity, and she finishes.
And there she goes, finishes.
2
points. What we've been talking about on the lackadaisical, those long passes, step to where you're going to be. You goes way across the court, and now it gives the defender an opportunity just to stick a hand out there.
Deflection. Momentum has shifted. Can the Mustangs maximize? 6:32 in the first half.
Having switched minds is in now. Richardson is out.
Bad pass stolen by Towns. Nice bounce pass deflected by J.O. Brett, I was about to say a couple possessions back.
Yeah.
J.O. needs to modify their press break. They're literally doing the same thing. They swing it to the side and look to swing it back to the middle. And Parker is reading that. Bad inbound pass.
That is just horrible. That was...
J.O. gives it back, though. Long pass, breakaway layup, no, blocked by the Mustangs. Sloppy basketball right now. Whoa, where was she throwing that ball?
I thought she was going through that.
She saw Coleman over there. Inside pass to the high post, jump ball.
There we go. Possession is Parker.
The Herd brings it in now, 16-8. Towns.
Oh,
traveling.
Steps again. Got you right there. She's a little too anxious with those steps, Steve.
Pitter paddle a little feet. J.O. down by 8.
They've
fighting their way back in the second quarter.
They've gotten back into this game.
Over the top. She bulls her way through the middle, but the defense was not stationary, so it's a defensive foul.
Wow, so now you have, keep sending the Herd keeps sending the Mustangs to the foul line. They're building up all of these fouls. They better watch it.
Fouls and turnovers could be costly for the Herd. J.O. gets it in under the goal, to the corner, back to the wing. She works, manipulates, Euros, no. Rebound, Herd.
There you go, Smith, she brings it up, nice job.
She rips it and takes off into the corner. No, rebound though.
Plump goes up.
For 2.
Nice job, Plump was in a nice position for that rebound and takes it right up.
Plump is a player that has a great game, great low post game. Hasn't played much tonight. Stolen again by the Herd. For 2.
There you go, Mines with that. She strips it, stops it, takes it all the way up for that layup.
And we got a timeout on the court with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, a full timeout. The score is 20-8 in favor of the visiting Parker Lady Thundering Herd.
Here we go. Here you go. That, would you call it the green machine?
The green machine.
About to crank it up. Here we go.
The drum section.
Now, if I was going to be in the band, that's the part I want to be. I want to be one of the dudes with the cymbals. I like those dudes. I like how they twirl and all that stuff. That's the only thing I could do.
I wanted to be the guy that was the drum major. skip the instrument. Just let me lead and dance. I did play a little saxophone back in the day though, Brett.
Did you? Steve, you taught everybody in the school system. You know every athlete from rugby to whatever in Birmingham. Then you give us a history lesson on it, which I love.
And we look forward to getting Coach Hill in here. Speaking of history lessons, one of our great BCS high school legends will be joining us for the boys game. Second lead scorer in Jackson-Olin Mustang basketball history. As we see a young lady put up a 3, no. Plump with the rebound. I think everybody has played off of that Parker bench, Brett.
Yeah, I think Coach Sledge is trying to get everybody in for this game, let them get touches. Because as you said, we're starting to get into these regional games now. Everybody's got to have experience.
That's right. Almost stolen, and it was stolen, and a foul on the Parker side. Again, the purple are racking up the fouls, Brett.
Yeah, they're saying that Smith pushed off as they were going for the ball, but I thought both of them were going for it, but obviously he had a better angle than I did.
Trap, but she dribbles around it. They didn't seal this corner off. Now J.O. gets to set up their offense. However, Parker comes out and meets them at half court. Traveling.
That's a turnover Parker needed. Richardson's being pulled back into the game. Smith is going out.
Parker really is doing a good job of moving the ball around this Jackson-Olin defense. Inside.
And there you go. You called it.
There
Plump.
she
You
is,
said
Plump.
Plump has a good post game.
Jackson-Olin trying to make something happen here. Jumper from the corner.
Oh!
Out first, Aflac three-pointer by number 2, Shantanique Coleman.
Wow, she put that one up.
Inside, outside. Parker tries to answer, no. Rebound though, no. Another Parker rebound, no. And another rebound, yes.
Goes back up. Chambers was fighting for that one on the inside for Parker.
Absolutely, 24-11, 2:38.
She stayed with that one down there.
She did. Perseverance. She's dribbling into this trap right here. Parker's very aggressive, could have been a foul. J.O. gets it across, swings it back. Stop to pop a three, no. Rebound, Hurd. Up top. Up and down we go. Parker moving it around the horn, back up top, drive down the lane.
Oh, there you go, good push right there. Mines was trying to make the drive in that lane.
She tried. Let's throw it down to Fred Davenport that has an interview while we keep our eye on the live action.
All right, Brett and Steve, we are here live with Coach Ham, Samantha Hamilton to be exact. She is the head coach for the Lady Mustangs track team. First off, thank you all for joining us. Introduce your runners.
Okay, thank you so much for having us. We have our senior here, Evie. We have my junior here, Abriel. And we have our freshman, Marika.
A lot of people want to know, how is your indoor season going so far?
Indoor season is going pretty well. It's a little shaky since we're working with a very, very small team. But I feel overall we're doing really, really well. Marika here is ranked number 8 in 6A in the 60-meter dash. So I would say that's pretty good.
Yeah, let's hand it over to her. So tell us, what do you enjoy about running?
I enjoy the physical strength I can use in all my events. I just enjoy meeting new friends, having fun, and competing in all my events.
When did you start running?
In 7th grade.
7th grade, so you've been running for a while. Coach, how do you keep them energized and ready to go?
That's hard. They can get sidetracked very, very easily, but I always just tell them, hey, you got to drill in, we got to focus, you got to, this is your season. What you want out of it, you got to put into it. So that kind of gets them all back on track and kind of get them focused.
Okay, when it comes to a rivalry, do you have one? Who's your competition?
Everybody.
Everybody. Good answer.
It's us against everybody.
So, would you all like to say anything what you all like about track?
I just like the positive environment. I like my team and how we bond and connect with each other.
They're a very, very big part of keeping our team a team.
Good,
These two are a very, very big part of that.
Okay, well, Coach, we appreciate you all coming to be a part of this show. Always come back.
Absolutely.
Okay, back to you, Brett and Steve.
Go Mustangs.
Glad we could make it back to the action, Steve.
24-11 is the score with 1 minute and 2 seconds before halftime. Parker at the line, about to shoot the second of a set of free throws.
Yeah,
J.O. is scrappy,
yeah.
Brett.
Yeah,
they're scrappy.
Yeah.
They're outmatched, but they're putting up a good fight.
Yeah.
In and out, rebound Mustang. Point guard needs some help getting it across. She makes it to the corner. 51 seconds and counting. They swing the ball, jumper with a little contact, but no foul. Rebound, Mustangs under the goal, 2 points.
See that stay in there. Number 3, Mitchell stayed in there and got that up there. Now, you were saying how scrappy they are. Now, you know, you're looking at J.O.'s record. They're 9-10.
Okay. Not just, just one game under 500?
Just
and we
one
know
game under 500.
Yeah, with the tough pre-region schedule.
And they're 2-4 in the region.
Wow. Parker looking for a last shot here. They didn't execute it well at the end of the first quarter. Let's see how it goes here with 5 seconds. Long 3. Oh! Bam! And Affleck 3-pointer at the buzzer.
Mines. Did you see that Affleck 3-pointer by Mines?
Janiyah Mines, nothing but the bottom of the net.
I didn't think it went in. It was so clean.
It was sweet. They must have those net starts down there, Brett, because they didn't move. You said that once before. At the end of the first half, the score is 27-13. The visiting Parker Lady Bison with the lead over the homestanding J.O. Mustangs. We're going to go down to the court to Fred Davenport with Coach Sledge.
All right, Steve and Brett, we have Coach for the Lady Bisons. Coach, talk about their first half.
We got to rebound. We got to rebound, and we got to eliminate our turnovers. It's loud in the gym. The band's going. The cheerleaders going. So I'm expecting the ladies to be more vocal on the court, so I won't lose my voice.
All right, Coach. We'll catch you at the end of the game.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you there, Fred. Hey, it's something about those intense coaches, man. I love Coach Sledge. I love Coach Slater at Woodlawn. They're not going to bite it, man. They're going to tell you what they need to do to get better.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go in there and they're going to discuss. I'm fairly sure that Coach Sledge is going to have a conversation about the turnovers and about those fouls.
Exactly.
You know, unnecessary fouls. You know, let's get in front. The defense has to get in front of that person with the ball. Stop riding their hip.
Absolutely. You hear the mighty green machine from Jackson-Olin High School, the Pep Band. We're going to let you enjoy them. We're going to take a quick break. We'll mix in a few station IDs, and we'll be right back. This is BCS Under the Lights Courtside Edition, halftime of the girls' game. I'm Steve Brown with my man Brett Oates. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Good East Birmingham, where we bring you a taste of the town.
In the heart of the bustling Avondale neighborhood, you'll find an eclectic event space called Elysian Gardens. It's also the new home of Country Kitchen. The star of the show at Country Kitchen is barbecue, specifically their succulent country-style ribs.
All right, and we're here with the owner of Country Kitchen, DeMarcus Rogers.
How you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
All right, so what do we have here?
Okay, so our first dish is one that we just added, actually. We have our country burger. And that's 2 patties, 2 beef patties. And what we did was we grill it, we get it real hot, and then we put cheese in between both of the patties, and then we melt the cheese inside the patties. All right?
Nice.
I love it, man, I'm telling you. And next right here, we have our loaded potato. Now we can do a lot of things with the potato. Today what we did with the potato was we added shrimp to it, put shredded cheese on top, put some jalapenos on there, and topped it with our barbecue sauce.
I like those jalapenos.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit of flavor.
All right, last one.
And last but not least, you have to have ribs. You have to have the ribs.
Yeah.
The ribs that's the best of the best. So.
Well, let's dig in. I'm
Go ahead.
I'm gonna grab a rib. Oh, yeah, that's finger looking good right there.
I love cars when it comes to body work, mechanic work.
Anytime Jackson-Olin Jr. Jalen Green comes into his auto collision class, he's eager to get into this shop.
I learned more about like the grits we use for like sandpaper. If you want to do like get it to like the bare metal.
Student Stephen Benson has been in the class for 2 months as well.
It's so much I learned. I learned about sanding, how to get rid of
dents in the cars.
Sanding, what is that like?
Sanding, it's like you got to go around dents so to see what a dent actually is. Like here, as instance, you have to sand around this area to find out how big and where is the dent located.
Here, Jalen and Steven are using prime wash to remove wax and grease before they prime and paint this truck.
The jobs that we're preparing our students for are actually we're hoping to create a portal from the school directly into the industry. Here in Alabama, we have 5 manufacturers.
JO's Automotive Collision Program is ASC certified, and students have an opportunity to receive industry standard certificates after completing courses ranging from entry-level collision painting and refinishing to iCar Auto Refinish Platinum. This certification gives graduating students an advantage to start their careers making $30,000 to $60,000. Joseph Williams, the new instructor for this class, is also teaching his students about creating their own auto collision business.
Entrepreneurship is huge. Not only will it build the community, it builds them.
These classes even taught me how to what it takes to even run a business. So the technicians, body parts, all that stuff, people who had to help the body parts, to the painters, to the assistants, to owner. It taught me a lot.
Mr. Williams typically pairs his students in groups to work on various parts of this vehicle. He creates situational damage scenarios around the car as a way to measure their learning progress.
In this process, they will learn the identification of the damage. They'll be able to repair it with body filler and also take it through the entirety, which is final prep and paint and finish.
Jackson-Olin's auto collision class has been recognized by the Universal Technical Institute based in Arizona for providing students with an excellent source of knowledge and skills. UTI informed JO that its collision program meets the requirement for the Technical Education Instructional Grant, which will be used to help the Mustangs achieve their career goals. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media. Students today, lawyers tomorrow.
He was wrongly accused.
These are scholars from Ramsey, Woodlawn, Jackson-Olin, Carver, Parker High Schools.
You think she's a liar, right?
Executing a mock trial competition at the Jefferson County Courthouse.
This case is about a boy named Andy Jackson and a girl named Stacy Simpson. They were into it because Andy was sneezing by his locker and Stacy recorded him and saying that he had COVID.
Parker student Kamaya Allen and the other students are participants in the YMCA's Youth and Government program. The YMCA has partnered with the Birmingham Bar Association not only to show these scholars how government works, but to recruit more minority attorneys. Marcus Maples, president of the Birmingham Bar Association, said in the Alabama State Bar, less than 8% of attorneys are people of color.
There's an emphasis on Birmingham City Schools because we believe that those students are extremely talented, and all that we need to do as members of the bar is support them in their talent and in their vision to become lawyers, and they will.
The support comes from lawyers from various law firms in Birmingham. They acted as attorney coaches for the students leading up to the mock trial. This is a big deal for Kamaya as she aspires to become an attorney someday.
It just gives me the feel of what it's going to actually be like when I do step into my career in the future. It just lets me know that I have to make sure that I have all the facts before it's time for me to actually get into my case.
There was a moment of inspiration.
As you heard, my name is Jaden Patton, and I am privileged to be a judge here on the Civil Circuit bench. This is my 7th year, my 2nd term, and I am enjoying it immensely.
The scholars heard from judges like Javen Patton, who is also a graduate of Ramsey IB High School. The judges even critiqued the students on their court performance. Ramsey student Tyra Davis is grateful for the opportunity because she too wants to become a lawyer in the future.
With the YMCA, this is a great program that they're doing with youth and government because we're actually allowed to experience what's going on in the courtroom. We're able to get internships with other judges.
Carver students had the pleasure of serving on the jury.
As being active jurors in there, sitting and listening, and just, I want to say taking key points away from what the defense did in this situation, or what did the plaintiff do in this situation, just learning and getting a better understanding of it.
As of now, the Students Today, Lawyers Tomorrow project is open to all BCS high school students, but the goal is to expand the program to the middle school level. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
Scholar Athletes of the Week, sponsored by
Jax. It's all about the South.
That's PD Jackson-Olin High School, Brett. We're back live.
Oh, there you go.
1 minute and 30 seconds just before we get our second half underway. We have been entertained by the Jackson-Olin Pep Band. And when I say entertained, I mean entertained.
The whole half. What gets me is, I was watching the band. I was impressed with the clarinet player, the piccolo player, and the flute player. There's a difference between a flute and a piccolo.
Absolutely. And they've been going ever since we went off the air.
Yes.
They've been blowing, y'all. They're earning their scholarships tonight.
Oh, man, they are ready to go to somebody's school. For those college recruiters for the band, this has got to be the easiest place to come recruit.
Oh, man.
Band members.
Talent
It's
rich
gotta be.
in the city of Birmingham, and big shout out. Referee Moore, if I can bother you. The band director's name here, what's his name? Mr. Fitzpatrick.
He's doing a
great
fantastic job. Fantastic job.
Kudos to Mr. Fitzpatrick. We had to call on our Renaissance band umpire, Dwayne Moore, working the game, and also the band director at Winona. We thank you for that information. But right now, we're getting ready to see these ladies, Brett. 27-13 is the score going into the second half. What does J.O. need to do?
J.O.'s got to become more crisp getting the ball across the half-court line. They've got to start getting into the penetration. Now, they're getting opportunities at the foul line, but they've got to stop turning the ball over so much. On the other side, Parker has definitely got to be more crisp with their passing as well. Too many turnovers, too many fouls.
Absolutely. So we're underway here. I'm sure Coach Sledge had a lot to say about those close turnovers. Terrell Hill, they get it to her. She's starting the second half, and it's 2 points for Parker.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Coach Sledge was saying something. On the other side, what do you think that the coach for the Mustangs was telling his group?
Making an adjustment on, as you mentioned, the inbound against the pass break. Against the fast break, against the full court press to maximize their inbound play on that, because they lost a lot of traction trying to get that ball up the court, and just to keep scrapping. Their defense is working well. So if they stay on it, good things can happen. The way Parker's piling up these fouls, I think J.O. has a chance.
Yeah. Now, you've been keeping up. Who's the leading scorer for Parker?
The leading scorer for Parker is mine. She has 6 points at this point. And then Coleman for J.O. has 4. Drive, and that was rejected. Towns, coast to coast. 4-2.
Wow. She looked it off and looked everybody away from it, and she was determined to take that to the rack herself.
Parker in their patented three-quarter court press. That long pass is what got J.O. in trouble, and they're trying it again. This time it's deflected out of bounds by Parker. Inbound opportunity under the goal for J.O. They're struggling. She gets it in. Almost a travel, deflected off her knee.
Off her knee is coming back down. That looks like just a lack of loss of concentration for the Mustangs when she passed it down to her number 3 over there, Mitchell.
She was not ready to receive that pass. Best Minds bringing it up, gets it inside. Hill.
Wow. Hill put up the post. She saw that she couldn't get it down. She put it on the floor, and a little fade away.
J.O. gets it across. Parker really just kind of toying with them. They're not really trying to steal at this point, it seems. Terrell Hill with some good pressure, length at the top of that zone. Deflected and stolen by Towns. She's off and running with eyes up. Hesitates, and she's tripped.
Oh, she's got a block over there by Coleman. She's getting credited with the block.
Inbound underneath the goal here for the Lady Bison. 6:06 remaining in the third quarter. Substitution coming in the game for the Mustangs. They get it in. Inside to Hill. Coach Sledge is calling for that ball inside. Jump shot is off. 33-13 is the score. Blocked by Hill.
Wow, Hill got back down on defense. But she's done that ever since she was a freshman, that she's been able to get up and down the floor, and she's had big turnovers like that. Those plays are not surprising to me, seeing her do that.
J.O. with the inbound play here. Hill did not start the game, but she has really been a force this second half. Backcourt.
Yeah. Yeah, again, lackadaisical with the passing.
Parker moves it around. Long jumper.
Oh!
Bam!
Richardson.
Another Aflac three-pointer.
Woo! Wow.
She's about 2 steps behind the line, Brett.
Yes, she was. She was clearly behind.
Almost a steal. Towns makes a good decision to back up. And she deflects that one. Towns is really doing a great job defensively moving around.
She looks like she's trying to go ahead and take over the game between her and Hill. But then you have people that come in here like Richardson. You have Binder out on the floor who's contributing defensively. So
they really have a good team, Brett.
Yeah,
and it reminds me of that great game we saw where they really handled Winona.
Yeah.
The #1 team, in which, you know, we always go back to that. But yeah, Parker handled Winona at Winona, the #1 ranked team in our BCS girls poll.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a phenomenal game.
It really was. 5A against 6A, and Parker showed their mettle. Even though we know it was Winona that came back and won the city Christmas tournament, was it not?
I do believe you're correct. I believe you're correct on that.
Jail moving it around. Shot is off, but rebound, block, and the foul by Hill.
Yeah, Hill looked like she was a little frustrated on that foul down on the inside.
Parker has turned it up this second half. It jumped out to a 36-13 lead in a blink of an eye. 4 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, Coach Sledge calls a timeout, 30-second timeout.
She is working on the work, not satisfied with a lead. She's making sure that her team is executing as near to perfection as they can.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, I think everybody now is really starting to get ready for the regional play. So now you want your players to play very sharp, very smart. Everybody understands their role and to execute those little things.
That's right. No letting up at this point at all. No letting up.
I think this is smart by Coach Sledge to allow everyone on that team to start gaining experience, to make sure that she has a deep bench when they start getting into that regional play.
Absolutely. And again, we haven't seen Plump. We haven't seen Chambers this second half. And those are some great players.
Oh, yeah. You got Marshall still sitting over there.
Man.
So she's deep. You know, she still has Smith sitting up front.
They've got a squad, Brett.
As soon as we named it, here comes Marshall. She's going in to check in.
I mean, Brett, can you imagine Hill, Marshall, and Plump on the court at the same time?
Oh, my goodness.
Nice rebound. Oh, a little rushed on the pass. I blame point guards for that, because point guards got to let your center know where the ball is. Know where they are, I should say, so they can get them the ball. As Hill gets a rest, a planned rest, as Marshall comes in. patient with their offense. Parker has not made them play a rush game to their credit.
You're right, Steve.
You know, you normally see a team get flustered, but J.O. has not been flustered at all. They kind of remind me of that Carver squad.
Yeah. That we saw right before the break. Yeah, Carver squad.
Overmatched, but played with so much poise and commitment to the plan.
That Carver squad really impressed me with the play, and they are super young.
And it speaks to the point you made. I remember now, Brett, you were talking about how our programs are in good hands with the youth. And when you can see these young teams come out and play with a good steady head, know their limits, and play through their opposition, that's a good sign. Nice attempt on the baseline, but she misses. J.O. comes away with it. Nice bounce pass and a layup.
Nice layup there.
Beautiful execution.
It's that Coleman.
Towns with the one hand down the lane draws the foul.
Like she was trying to rock the baby on that one,
man.
didn't you?
Put some hot sauce on that one. 3:26 remaining in the third. 36-16 is the score.
Coach Dorsey is doing a great job over there. He's still coaching his team up.
Absolutely. He is working, and they are reflecting it.
Yeah. One thing we've seen these teams, we've seen some teams that have been overmatched, but they've never given up.
That's right.
We've never seen any of these teams just flat stop playing. They play to the end of the time, to the buzzer sound.
Towns makes her free throws. 37-16 is the score. J.O. trying to get it across, and they do. Nice stop and pop, but she misses. Parker's off and running. Richardson draws the foul.
Richardson has been actually playing with Parker since the 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been one of those, they bringing in those younger ones to get that experience.
Nice defense by the Mustangs. We'll throw it down to Fred Davenport as we keep our eye on the live action, and we'll check out Fred's interview.
You're live. We have a senior band student, Precious Williams. Precious, talk about being in the band. This is your last year.
I feel like band is like a family. Like it's one big family, and like the band director is your dad. I feel like Mr. Fitzpatrick, he's been with me like through thick and thin, whether it was like school issues or family issues, he's always been there. It's like we stick together, we won. It's a band. It's like, yeah.
What instrument do you play?
I play a piccolo and the flute.
So why that instrument?
I started off on a recorder in like elementary, then I moved to a flute, and then I moved to a piccolo in high school.
So it was very important that you started early, right, in BCS?
Mm-hmm.
So what's next for you?
After I graduate, I want to go to Lawson for cosmetology and get my associate's degree, then transfer to A&M and major cosmetology.
Alabama A&M?
Yep.
Go Bulldogs. Bulldogs. I'm glad you didn't pick Alabama State down in Montgomery.
As
good luck
Dale
to you.
Converts the first free throw.
All right, Steve and Brett, back to you.
Great interview by Fred with the member of the Mighty Green Marching Machine.
Foul on the play.
Ball stays down on the Mustang end. 39-17 is the score. And she rolls it around and gets it to fall through. Well, Brett, we're just coming off a week of intercession that was interrupted by inclement weather.
Yes,
we did get 2 days in this week.
We sure did. We sure did. And the amount of young people, students that showed up was really good.
Absolutely. You know, over 3,000, I understand, came in on yesterday.
Yeah, that are trying to either improve their grade, and I had a lot of students that came down that were there, and I looked and I said, why are you here? They're like trying to get from a B to an A. you know, from a C to a B.
Absolutely.
So you had a lot of, intercession, I think, and I try to impress on people, it is not for those if you have come short of a class. It is also an opportunity for you to improve that grade, to go ahead and get that, to help your GPA.
Absolutely, works on both ends, intervention and acceleration. And she makes the first free throw.
Richardson is out, Towns and Smith is in for Parker.
And she sinks the second. As the J.O. marching green, the mighty green marching machine exhorts their classmate for making the free throw. Inside. Nice move.
Smith, did you see that? Whoa, nice move, step inside.
Beautiful. That was Tanaya Smith. Stolen. Parker's off and running.
Plump gets it in and out.
Towns to the corner. Marshall. No. Stolen.
Oh, nice defense, causes a tie-up, a jump ball. Goes down to the Mustangs.
Minute and 9 seconds remaining in the third.
Wow, Steve, I was impressed with that. I thought Towns was going to be able to just drive to the hoop, but she was challenged.
The Mustang showing some fight. J.O. being very patient. In many ways, can't help but be with this tenacious Parker defense. Short jumper, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Nice shot there by Smith, Anaya Smith, for the Mustangs.
There's plenty of fight in these Mustangs.
Marshall gets it down on the inside for Parker and turns it, but she's pushed. Drawing the foul. Oh, she's at the, okay.
2 shots, 34.9 seconds. No, he puts it on the floor. Parker moves it around. Again, looking for a last-second shot. They've been 50-50 on that the first quarter. They didn't get it off. Halftime, we had a wonderful three-point made. Let's see what they're going to dial up for us right here.
You think they're going to take the three or inside, Steve?
I say, let's see, Hill is not in, but yet you got Plump in there. I say get it in the Plump. But it's Towns.
Oh, and foul.
And she draws a foul.
With 0.2 seconds left.
On the three-pointer. Wow. Didn't want that to happen.
And now all people Towns.
So she goes to the line for 3 shots.
You can see Coach Dorsey over there for the Mustangs beside himself on that foul. He was just completely and totally beside himself on that.
She makes the first. Second one rims out. 42-22. Parker just keeps jabbing, just keeps jabbing.
Yeah.
And the league is bigger and bigger. And she makes the third.
But what I like about the Mustangs is that they are still, they're you know, remember the old story, the little engine that could.
Yeah.
You know, and the Mustangs are that engine. They're still chugging along. They are still chugging along.
And that's the end of the third quarter, and you hear the mighty green marching machine.
Here we go.
So we're going to let you enjoy that. We're not going to talk over that. We're going to let you enjoy the mighty green marching machine of Jackson-Olin High School. Jackson-Olin High School, the pep band, the mighty, the mean green march machine.
The band, there's guys that I knew in the band at Grambling, the troublemakers.
Yeah,
I call them the troublemakers. The trombones, the trumpets, and them saxophones. Troublemakers. They're always the troublemakers.
Terrellin Hill lunges a 3. Oh, yeah. Some of my best friends were in the band, Brett.
Oh, yeah. Those were the guys always gave the band director the big, don't blow so loud. And they just look at each other like, man, I'm blowing.
Exactly. Three-quarter court press still in play for the Herd. Jail methodically gets it across. Fourth quarter action. And it's stolen by Parker. Two-girl game, and she draws a foul. Mines will go to the line.
Mines draws it on. I think that was Anaya Smith who committed the foul. I will say that Coach Dorsey is doing a great job over there with the Mustangs.
I agree.
Continues to coach with these young ladies.
Absolutely. She misses the first.
Steven, that's what this is coaching. When you're down and you're overmatched, and it's clearly overmatched, but this is coaching. And that's what Coach Dorsey is doing right now. This is the part of coaching, not when you're up by 20 and you've been running through everybody. That's easy to do.
Exactly.
It's when you don't have the same amount of talent or you have to get what you have out there, that's coaching.
And it's reflected by a team that doesn't quit, that keeps scrapping. Good defense there. A foul by Hill. To the line for the Mustangs, Kennedy Cunningham. And Brett, that coaching, it adds up, as you know.
It does.
Later in this season and even next season. That stick-to-itness, that desire not to give up adds up. And she makes her free throws.
To your point, next season, this is experience. He has a young team. This is experience that they're getting over the whole year. So next year, you're going to be dealing with a different a team altogether. So Coach Dorsey's doing a great job over there with this.
I love to see Wilson be a little more aggressive at the top of that defense. She has some length to make it difficult.
Yeah.
I think she can learn a little from the way Hill plays the top, getting those hands up, jumping. It makes it very difficult for the offense.
They're all learning. Wilson is going to, she's a junior.
Stolen by the Mustang, but stolen back by Hill. They had a play designed to get it in the Hill, and she couldn't hold on to it. Hill baseline, and she loses it out of bounds. That may have been a little beyond her skill set. Hadn't seen her do too much driving.
Yeah, yeah.
But Hill has really taken over in many regards this second half with her aggressiveness.
Oh yeah,
and
there
she
she
read
is,
that. She read that perfectly.
Just as soon as you said it, there she is showing up on the defensive end again.
Great anticipation by Terrell Hill. Nice post up down there. Long shot, air ball. Parker off and running all the way. Euro draws the foul.
Smith tries to draw the foul. She drives the length of the floor.
That was Tanaya Smith pounding that ball up the hardwood. And she drops in the first.
Nice.
And she makes the second. Again, very balanced scoring by the Herd.
How balanced is it, Steven, with the Herd right now?
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players on the board for the Herd. They're being led by Towns. Towns has 9 points at this point. Terrell Hill with 6. Richardson with 5. And Smith bringing it up with 6.
There you go. That's good. That's nice stuff. We just had a double dribble by Plump for the Herd, and got another turnover.
5 minutes and 44 seconds in this game. The first of our doubleheader for you tonight. Both teams still playing hard, Brett.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Conversion on the inside.
Mitchell.
For 2, the sophomore. I don't think she's gotten to break this game, Brett.
No, she's been in the game the whole time. She's getting a lot of experience here.
We got a timeout. More coaching, a 30-second timeout. Let's go down to the truck for a quick station ID.
Success starts in Birmingham City Schools. Teachers, preachers, professors, college presidents, CEOs, chefs, and welders, business owners too. They all get their start in Birmingham City Schools. BCS offers an engaging curriculum in all grades. Pre-kindergarten to prepare our children for the future. Award-winning academies and career technical programs. Middle schools focused on career paths, and early college for scholars who want to get ahead. Go to bhamcityschools.org. Begin your road to success in BCS today.
Success starts here, Brett. It starts in the Birmingham City School. Success starts at Jackson-Olin, and it starts at Parker.
Yes, it does. Don't make any. Hey, you are absolutely right, sir.
Get a shot there at the Parker huddle. Again, Coach Sledge, even though they have a 20-point lead, there's work to do.
Yes, they still have to clean up. I still think that Parker has to clean up their play down in the paint, and they have to clean up the way they're passing the ball. I'm just not happy with how they're doing that tonight.
Parker moving it around. Hill from the corner, no.
Plump was in good position for that rebound. Just went right between her hands.
Look like Coach Sledge is really trying to develop that outside game for Hill.
Yeah.
Again, another sign of a good coach, knowing that any weapons that you can develop are going to bode well for your team.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know, Brett, any coach worth their salt is going to develop players and not just look to get talent, but develop what you have.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Coach Sledge is one of the best at it right there, developing players. She talks with them. She develops them. You know, she'll sit you down if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But she runs a great, solid program.
Jumper, no. Rebound by Towns. And she's pushing the fast break for the Herd. Coast to coast she goes, no. .423 in the game. The first of our doubleheader from PD Jackson-Olin High School. Inside, drop step, but she loses the ball.
There he goes, tied up. Possession's gonna go ahead and stay here with the Mustangs.
Both teams hustling. Not afraid to get on the floor, Brett.
Hey, you better not be, or you'll hear that horn.
Stack is set up for the Mustang. Let's see how they execute this inbound play. They throw it over the top.
Nice break up. Nice hands over there by Chambers.
Oh, threw a little contact there. She couldn't convert. And they get the foul on her. I know she's like, what must I do? Commit a foul to get one call? Because she got tapped a couple times there.
Yes, she did.
.343. Jail moving it around. The Herd, intense defense.
Oh.
Ooh, nice shot, but she missed. Rebound by the Herd.
There you go, Chambers got that rebound.
Nice
Down there to
pass.
Smith. And look
my
at that.
goodness.
Towns with the pass. Did you see that
Is
baseball
she a
pass?
quarterback or what?
Oh my God, nice threaded the needle. Marshall's tries to come over the top, but she's called for the foul for the Herd.
All right, let's go down to Fred Davenport with the interview in our stands with some of our great fans. Fred.
That's right, Steve. We have Miss Johnson. She's the mother of Otesia Towns. Talk about your daughter's performance. Are you pleased with it?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. She had a couple of turnovers here and there, but nothing too major that could hurt her performance. But all in all, she's been doing great.
And you know, we talked about earlier that pep talk. And you're at most of her games. You know, what is that pep talk like at home?
It's just like, hey, baby girl, we don't have time to play, you know. You're in the 11th grade. We don't really have much time to just, play around. We're going to go out, handle business, but we're going to also remain humble in the process.
Okay, all right. Well, she does a really good job, and, thank you for coming out to support her, you and your family.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you.
All right, Brett and Steve, back to you all.
Absolutely great conversation with Miss Towns there, and the mother of an outstanding BCS athlete.
Oh,
What'd
yeah,
you say,
she's
Brett?
at every game, and trust me, she gets at her daughter and straightens her out if she is not playing up to par. By no means. I've had several conversations with her mother, and her mother is a delight. She is hilarious to me. But she is, Towns come from a solid background. She is a good young lady.
And Parker's moving it around with Towns with the ball right now. Back to the corner to Richardson. No. Offensive rebound by Parker. Richardson from the other side. Yeah.
Oh, there's Richardson again.
And Affleck. Three-pointer.
There it is, Richardson. She'll put it up.
And in. Nice effort, rebound, she's still scrapping.
Oh, she's in there.
And she draws a foul.
Wow, Mitchell, she was in there fighting on that one, boy. She was in there amongst the trees.
That's our girl, no break, and she's fighting. She's in there, going at it.
Amongst the trees, my friend. Amongst the trees, the tall girls that were down there in the paint.
One minute and 55 seconds remaining in this game. Parker High School, Lady Bison with a commanding lead, 52-28. As the J.O. Pep Band runs through a cheer or two, they are really enjoying themselves, and we are enjoying them.
There goes the Parker cheerleaders with their routine. Now I know for a fact that Parker has several tumblers on their squad. I was talking with their coach that's going to be a requirement for Parker to be on their cheer squad, that you have to be able to tumble.
Excellent. That definitely will put those girls in a position to receive college scholarships.
Oh, absolutely.
And she makes the free throw. One minute and 49 seconds remaining in this game.
Oh, they wrap Bonder up.
147
from Parker.
To the line for the Lady Bison, number 12, Takia Binder. She makes the first. And she makes the second.
She gets two of them.
Deflected.
Oh, there we go. Several steps.
Yes.
On that one. That was
saw
like
the
a
bottom
tap
of that
dance
net.
routine on that one.
Yes. .113. Stolen. Back and forth they go. Brett, as we get ready to draw to the end of this game, who is your player of the game?
Here's where I'm going to make this interesting for you. I've liked Richardson because she was making those 3 points. However, the one who I think is the most outstanding one, Parker, for me, was Towns.
I agree. I paused, Brett, because I was just, I'm curious about this timeout with 43.2 seconds to go by Parker. Coach Sled is just, she's coaching it up, man. She's giving somebody the
Ooh, yes. She wanted something to be run, and somebody did not do their job. And she's letting them know. Job.
Clearly an example of coaching to the end. Yes, this one is at hand, but there are more games to play. There's more to accomplish, and now's not the time to go soft.
And Coach Dorsey is doing the very same thing on the other side.
Absolutely. 43.2 seconds. And Brett, back to the topic that was at hand. I'm going to agree with you and go with, echo your vote for Otisha Towns, for the player of the game.
Yeah.
Our Jacks player of the game.
Yeah, she took over the game. She, you know, at the beginning, you could tell when she came in that she was going to run the show on this. And Towns is, she just really ran the show.
She set everybody up the first half.
Yeah.
While she was not the leading scorer, she did get her teammates in a position to be successful.
Yeah, yeah.
First free throw is made. 53-29 is our score. Misses the second, but the putback, no.
Oh,
block.
comes over the back of Binder.
39 seconds. J.O. has really impressed me in the way that they have played to the end, from whistle to whistle. And we're some 39 seconds away from the final whistle. But despite a formidable deficit here, 23 points, J.O. continues to play with fervor and with pride.
Oh, they certainly did. They hung in there, and they completely played. Coach Dorsey, we have to take our hats off the way that he's developing these young ladies to continue to play and play with character.
And if we could give a second player of the game to J.O., it definitely go to, again, we got some confusion on our roster. The young lady out there, number 1, the point guard.
Oh, yeah.
We believe that Shantanique Coleman, she has really done a great job for this team.
Oh, without a doubt.
Coach Dorsey, certainly kudos to him and his staff. Great job here in an outmatch situation to do what they needed to do.
Yeah.
And that wraps up the game. The score is 53-29. That concludes the fourth quarter and this first of our doubleheader, the visiting Parker Lady Bison 53 and the homestanding Jackson-Olin Mustangs 29.
Very entertaining game, though.
It really was. Like I said,
entertaining game.
Parker just kept jabbing, and the lead just got bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it was a blowout, yet it was.
Yeah, it was a blowout. And the way that Coach Sledge, the way that she brings she used her whole bench. Everybody played on this tonight to get that experience.
All right, well, let's throw it down to Fred Davenport, who has our winning coach on the sideline, Coach Sledge. Fred, take it away.
All right, Brent and Steve, we're here with Coach. What do you think about the game?
It's a win, but I'm thinking about next week. We got to meet Minor on Tuesday, so my mind is we got to get back in the lab, and we got to go to work, and we got to make some adjustments on some things that we messed up on this evening. But overall, I'm happy about the win, but like I said, it's still more work to do.
What other improvements did you see that needed to be made?
We still have to box out and rebound more, and we got to improve on our free throw percentage.
Okay. All right, thank you, Coach. Okay. Back to you, Brent and Steve.
All right, thank you, Fred, for that interview. As Coach said, we got the win, but we're thinking about next week. And let's go back to Fred. Coach has Coach Dorsey, again, man whose team did a great job. Take it away, Fred.
All right, we're live with Coach Dorsey. Coach, talk about the final results of that game.
I thought that we made a lot of mental errors and a lot of turnovers early hurt us. So we're going back to the drawing board. I thought Parker did a great job in transition tonight to kind of hurt us. We didn't do very well defending in transition, and we made too many turnovers early. That's too many turnovers early.
All right, Coach, well, good luck to you. Thank you. All right, back to you, Brent and Steve.
Great job again by
job,
Fred.
man.
Congratulations, Coach.
Good job, Coach.
Outstanding work here. by Coach Sled and the Parker High Thunder and her Lady Bison getting that victory as we see the warm-ups taking place now for this big matchup between J.O. and Parker. We're some 12 minutes and 13 seconds away. We'll send it down to the truck, do some commercials, and when we come back, we'll be ready. You hear the pep band. It's about to be on.
They're about to fire it up now. They're about to fire it up.
This is BCS Under the Lights Courtside Edition. We'll be right back for game number 2.
Hi, this is Good East Birmingham, where we bring you a taste of the town.
In the heart of the bustling Avondale neighborhood, you'll find an eclectic event space called Elysian Gardens. It's also the new home of Country Kitchen. The star of the show at Country Kitchen is barbecue, specifically their succulent country-style ribs.
All right, and we're here with the owner of Country Kitchen, Marcus Rogers.
How you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
All right, so what do we have here?
Okay, so our first dish is one that we just added, actually. We have our country burger. And that's 2 patties, 2 beef patties. And what we did was we grill it, we get it real hot, and then we put cheese in between both of the patties, and then we melt the cheese inside the patties. All right?
Nice.
I love it, man, I'm telling you. And next right here, we have our loaded potato. Now we can do a lot of things with the potato. Today what we did with the potato was we added shrimp to it, put shredded cheese on top, put some jalapenos on there, and topped it with our barbecue sauce.
I like those jalapenos.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit of flavor.
All right, last one.
And last but not least, you have to have ribs. You have to have the ribs.
Yeah.
The ribs that's the best of the best. So.
Well, let's dig in. I'm
Go ahead.
I'm gonna grab a rib. Oh, yeah, that's finger looking good right there.
I love cars when it comes to body work, mechanic work.
Anytime Jackson-Olin Jr. Jalen Green comes into his auto collision class, he's eager to get into this shop.
I learned more about like the grits we use for like sandpaper. If you want to do like get it to like the bare metal.
Student Stephen Benson has been in the class for 2 months as well.
It's so much I learned. I learned about sanding, how to get rid of dents in the cars.
Sanding, what is that like?
Sanding, it's like you got to go around dents so to see what a dent actually is. Like here, as instance, you have to sand around this area to find out how big and where is the dent located.
Here, Jalen and Steven are using prime wash to remove wax and grease before they prime and paint this truck.
The jobs that we're preparing our students for are actually we're hoping to create a portal from the school directly into the industry. Here in Alabama, we have 5 manufacturers.
J.O.'s automotive collision program is ASC certified, and students have an opportunity to receive industry standard certificates after completing courses ranging from entry-level collision painting and refinishing to iCar Auto Refinish Platinum. This certification gives graduating students an advantage to start their careers making $30,000 to $60,000. Joseph Williams, the new instructor for this class, is also teaching his students about creating their own auto collision business.
Entrepreneurship is huge. Not only will it build the community, it builds them.
This class even taught me how to like, what it takes to even run a business. So like the technicians, body parts, all that stuff, people who gotta help the body parts, to the painters, to the assistants, to owner, it taught me a lot.
Mr. Williams typically pairs his students in groups to work on various parts of this vehicle. He creates situational damage scenarios around the car as a way to measure their learning progress.
In this process, they will learn the identification of the damage. They'll be able to repair it with body filler and also take it through the entirety, which is final prep and paint and finish.
Jackson-Olin's auto collision class has been recognized by the Universal Technical Institute based in Arizona for providing students with an excellent source of knowledge and skills. UTI informed J.O. that its collision program meets the requirement for the Technical Education Instructional Grant, which will be used to help the Mustangs achieve their career goals. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media. Students today, lawyers tomorrow.
She was wrong. accused.
These are scholars from Ramsey, Woodlawn, Jackson-Olin, Carver, Parker High Schools.
You think she's a liar, right?
Executing a mock trial competition at the Jefferson County Courthouse.
This case is about a boy named Andy Jackson and a girl named Stacy Simpson. They were into it because Andy was sneezing by his locker and Stacy recorded him and saying that he had COVID.
Parker student Kamaya Allen and the other students are participants in the YMCA's Youth and Government program. The YMCA has partnered with the Birmingham Bar Association not only to show these scholars how government works, but to recruit more minority attorneys. Marcus Maples, president of the Birmingham Bar Association, said in the Alabama State Bar, less than 8% of attorneys are people of color.
There's an emphasis on Birmingham City Schools because we believe that those students are extremely talented, and all that we need to do as members of the bar is support them in their talent and in their vision to become lawyers, and they will.
The support comes from lawyers from various law firms in Birmingham. They acted as attorney coaches for the students leading up to the mock trial. This is a big deal for Kamaya as she aspires to become an attorney someday.
It just gives me the feel of what it's going to actually be like when I do step into my career in the future. It just lets me know that I have to make sure that I have all the facts before it's time for me to actually get into my case.
There was a moment of inspiration.
As you heard, my name is Jaden Patton, and I am privileged to be a judge here on the Civil Circuit bench. This is my 7th year, my 2nd term, and I am enjoying it immensely.
The scholars heard from judges like Javen Patton, who is also a graduate of Ramsey IB High School. The judges even critiqued the students on their court performance. Ramsey student Tyra Davis is grateful for the opportunity because she too wants to become a lawyer in the future.
With the YMCA, this is a great program that they're doing with youth and government because we're actually allowed to experience what's going on in the courtroom. We're able to get internships with other judges.
Carver students had the pleasure of serving on the jury.
As being active jurors in there, sitting and listening, and just, I want to say taking key points away from like what the defense did in this situation or what did the plaintiff do in this situation, just learning and getting a better understanding of it.
As of now, the Students Today, Lawyers Tomorrow project is open to all BCS high school students, but the goal is to expand the program to the middle school level. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
Scholar Athletes of the Week, sponsored by
Jax. It's all about the South.
From Birmingham to the world, this is BCS Under the Lights Courtside Edition. I'm Steve Brown with Brett Oates, and we're joined by a Jackson-Olin great.
The legend, the legend.
The man, the second leading scorer in J.O. boys basketball history. Coach Hill, how you doing, man?
Game, this is a big rivalry, always been a big rivalry. Ever since I was coming up in '77, when we played Park, it was always big.
That's right, and when you on the court, I want to say the likes of Chris Giles, who I just talked to in the hall, was on the other side.
I just seen Chris walk in. We battled for 4 years, and he went to Southern Illinois. When I went to Drake, he transferred to UAB. Me and Chris are very good friends.
Very good, and Coach, you played with some outstanding guys. Mule King that went on to University of Alabama, Mike Anderson. And, to think that you outscored those guys, says a lot for what you meant to that team, man.
Well, I did not score Mule King. Now, I'd say second leading scorer. Don't get that right, Steve. I ain't going to never say that. That's a second leading scorer. Mule King is definitely first.
Yes, man. You guys were something else. And, Brett, I was sharing, we were talking, you and I have talked about this before. At the time when he was in high school, Glenn High School, which is where Bush Hills Academy is, they were 3A power. And I want to say the same year you all won the state, they won the state, did they not?
Of course they did. They had Andrew Tony, Anthony Murray, Sandra Murray. The Murray kids were very good over there. Absolutely. And then they had the coach Hansel Gunn.
Right,
and he was really good.
and Brett, Sandra Murray, who he refers to, great girl basketball player. She went on to a stellar career in Europe that preceded women's basketball in America.
Right. You know, when he says Andrew Toney, I watched Andrew Toney as a kid when I was watching the Sixers. We would go up to the Spectrum. We were watching the Andrew Toney. So when he says those names, that's like super impressive to me.
So can you imagine that, man? Right here in Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know that Andrew Toney is from Birmingham, Alabama, went to Glenn High School. Man, he was a legend. He's definitely a legend around here. I wish he'd come back and share some of the stories. But, you know, a lot of those guys don't come back around anymore. But they need to come back and help with this program. All these programs need to know that we got basketball history here in Birmingham.
Coach, tell them about those games at Fair Park Arena.
Oh, boy, if you wasn't there about 3 o'clock, you wasn't getting in. Because Fair Park Arena was sold out. 4 o'clock, you couldn't get in. The B-team game was sold out. Everything was sold out.
The B-team.
All right, let's go down to Fred and take a minute to talk to one of the coaches for Jackson-Olin. Looks like there's Coach Morrow over there. Take it away, Fred.
All right, Brett, Jeff, and Steve, we have Coach Roosevelt Morrow. Coach, we talked yesterday, you stressed you got to work on those, the turnovers, got to fix that. What's the game plan tonight?
Basically, just going to try to pound the ball inside and see if we can get a couple good looks on the outside with inside out. Just try to play inside out a little bit and try to pressure them on defense. Put pressure on them on defense and try to make them turn the ball over.
All right, thank you, Coach. All right, back to you all.
Yeah, my man, Coach Morrow over there getting the Mustangs ready. Man, that band is just rocking.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you, this gives the environment here just a whole nother level of entertainment. You're going to have a great basketball game, and then every time you have a halftime or you have a timeout, you are going to be entertained by what you call the mean green.
That's right. You know, Brett, I just noticed something over there, man. Those are two dynamic young coaches.
Oh,
for
yeah, Coach Smith.
And for Parker.
Coach Morrow, yes.
And ironically, both of them coached my son, Steve. Morrow was the football coach at WJ Christian, and Smith was the basketball coach.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He had some great coaches.
Yeah, those guys are doing a great job. Some young coaches in the BCS coming up, and we certainly look forward to great things. Darnell, in his second year, great season for Parker last year. Ended up, as we've been saying, they went into region play with a losing record and came out with a bid to the state tournament.
And what did he do? What we always say, had that record was being developed to go into regional play.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk lineups, guys. Let's go over these lineups for both squads. The visiting Parker High School, number 0, Miles Bryson. Number 1, Jaden White. Number 2, Ishmael Shelton. Number 3, Zoe Beavers. Number 4, Jalen Simmons. Number 5, Nathan Henley. Number 10, Antonio Sterling. Number 11, Mikael Eccles. Number 12, Jeremiah Burton. And number 15, Cameron Jennings. And for the Jackson-Olin Mustangs, number 0, Aaron Walker. Number 1, Santez McGee. Number 2, Antoine Moore. Number 3, Jeremiah Taylor. Number 4, Reginald Ward. Number 5, Deshaun Malero. Number 10, Jabray Watley. Number 11, Gerald Lomax. Number 12, Jalen Moore. 15, Rashad Dorsey. 20, Brandon Wallace. 22, Marquarius Davis. 23, Cedric Story. 24, Trayvon Stevens. At 25, Jordan Spencer. Guys, both teams have full rosters.
Oh, yes, they do. And I'm telling you, all these guys are explosive. Particularly, let's look at the guys you're going to look at for Parker. Nathan Henley. You're going to look at Mikael Eccles. Those two guys right there alone, they're going to do something for you right there. And you've got the guard and forward play. Again, I'm going to see what Parker's guards are going to do tonight on for the Jackson-Olin Mustangs. The same thing. I'm keeping an eye on that guard play.
Absolutely, and I got to point out, Brett, as I always do, one of my guys.
There he is.
Number 4 for the Jackson-Olin Mustangs, Reginald Ward, one of my former players at Brown Elementary. Let's see what you got there, Big Reggie, as J.O. brings it up to get this game started. Ward with the ball, and it's deflected.
Sterling.
2 points for Parker. Full court pressure. J.O. gets it in. That's number 1, Santes A.G. running the point. Nice size guard, wouldn't you say, Coach Hill?
Yes.
He is a big guard. You know, if J.O. can cut down on the turnovers, they're going to be in this game. But you got to cut down on the turnovers. We need good guard play.
Inside, up and under. There was Rashad Dorsey.
Draws that foul.
That's the girls' basketball coach's son right there.
Also, he's already, he was coming up doing basketball.
That's right, he's the coach's son.
Dorsey. And this is the first.
This is going to be a chess match, I think, between both coaches with personnel, putting them in at the right, plugging them in at the right time.
I agree. Rebound, Parker, and they're off and running.
That's what I'm looking at. Eccles.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Eccles. He has come on from last year to this year. His confidence is on a whole nother level.
And remember, he came out in that game we had earlier this season. He really came on strong when Henley got in a little foul trouble.
He did. That was the Winona game.
Parker is playing fast up and down the court for 2.
There's White. There he goes. White has got good handle, but he will go to the rack.
Another turnover. Oh. Yep, I think you saw a little travel there, but he got away with it.
He got away with it. There you go.
Henley on the putback.
Nathan has been carrying this team this year. He's put him on his back. He has been one of the guys there that says, you know, give me the ball. You know, he was shooting before the break. He was shooting around 81% from the field.
Carver's off to Parker's off to an 8-0 start in this game. Well, Coach, in a situation like this, what are you telling your team other than settle down?
Well, you got to tell them to settle down and bring it on down and set up their offense. You know, first they're having a lot of problems getting it out of the back court. If they can get it into the front court and get it in the offense, they can get it inside the door so he can score.
J.O. has some nice size players.
Brandon
Wallace, number 20 here, looks real good and long.
Definitely got good size on this team.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these kids are freshmen and sophomores, but they're all coming back next year. I don't even think he got one senior.
Back and forth they go. Parker controls it. Nice pass. He goes up. Oh, gets away with some contact. Put back in.
Eccles.
Oh.
A lot of close calls. It was nice. No look. Off the glass. No. Dorsey couldn't finish. Parker off and running. Short jumper. No. Put back Henley. J.O. with the jumper. No. Rebound. Fast break.
Oh, Henley loses the handle.
He was about to shake the rim.
Oh, you know he was about to try to be a plumber because he was going to flush it.
Parker's in their pressure. Over the top. Got a man down the corner. Ward puts up the 3. Yes! And Aflac. Three-pointer, Reginald Ward.
He shot that with confidence.
Nice pass.
Oh,
he
Henley's
couldn't
trying to
finish.
throw it down.
Back to Henley for two. Scrappy they are. Applying the pressure. Broken. Stolen. Coach, you said it from the onset. J.O. has to do something better with turnovers.
Turnovers. We got to cut down on our turnovers, man. It's killing us. Been killing us all year. And Parker's going to make them play fast.
Parker may be the fastest team we've seen, Brett, this season.
Yeah. But I was impressed when they played against Winona. We saw that barn burner.
Yeah, they were
getting
running.
Up and down the floor.
You're right. And then I forget about Carver. They get up and down as well.
Yes, they get up and down that floor as well.
Nice up and under move right there. That was white for the Herd. Inside, Dorsey. Jumper.
Nice.
No.
Oh, I thought that was a nice shot by Dorsey.
Jalen Simmons bringing it up. He certainly looks taller than 5'10" to me.
Oh, yeah, that's a misprint right there, yeah. He's every bit of about 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah. Nice long kid. Combo guard. Oh, he went to work right there. Got it blocked though, gets it back, and finishes. What a tough play.
I'm telling you, from the last year to this year, the way Echoes is playing, he's starting to believe in himself. People were telling him last year that he wasn't finishing around the rim. He was, not anticipating the contact, or he was, drawing away from the contact. And it looked like Coach was telling me earlier, they told him he's got to start playing through that contact. You're going to get hit.
Right. Coach doing a good job of coaching them. It takes a couple of years sometimes for these kids to feel their own.
Yeah.
But now he's played his second year. Now he's coming along.
Nice sky for the rebound. Good defense by the Mustangs.
Coach Hill, what do you tell players to get through those kinds of things where they're not used to being touched, and now you're playing with more physical and bigger guys?
Well, so you want your kids to practice all year long. Hopefully your kids will play on the AAU team. Get the physicality in there. It takes a lot of coaches to teach you a lot of good stuff. And don't try to be the only one that tells them something. Sometimes they like to hear from somebody else.
Reginald Ward with the deep three is off. Parker back the other way. 18-3 this score has rushed up. My goodness, didn't realize it, Brett.
Yeah, there you go. Coach Hill, being coachable. How important is that for parents to understand when coaches are talking to them and players to be coachable?
Well, first of all, parents gotta comply with what the coach wants. Don't go against them. Coach is doing something to make a kid better. Don't go against what the coach is doing, because coaches know what they're doing. And sometimes they know your kids better than you do. It was a coach that changed my life. And it's always this coaches in your life to make, to be the mental, physical, and they can really be an influence on your life. And I always believed in good coaches. Good coaches can get you where you need to be.
Right. Now, Coach, you mentioned something there. You mentioned in your previous statement, AAU ball. And I was thinking earlier as I was watching the girls play, if it was back in your day, back in our day, and you had the youth game, can you imagine the girls team, when you look at Samaria Franklin, when you look at Otisha Towns, Terrellyn Hill, and what you could have coming out of Birmingham. Now let me ask you, did you get an opportunity to play on those youth games?
I played in the youth games. I played with Bubba Price and some of those great players. And Bubba Price played for Auburn, and Norman Ankrum and those guys. We all was on the AAU, the youth game team, and that was a good time. We took a couple of trips to New York, I played against Albert King, Bernard's King brother, and just great experience.
Oh, Bernard King, oh my God.
Yeah.
Still think double nickels when he dropped those with two. People don't realize he had two dislocated fingers on his hands.
That's right. He was one of the great
both hands.
He's one of the great ones,
Bernard King, oh, coach.
Now, Brett, not only that, I don't know how familiar you are with the World Games, but see, back in the day, that was like the Youth Olympics.
Right.
And so each city, most of your big cities will have a team. And I mean, Birmingham, we won 3-4 national championships, didn't we?
That's right. Birmingham always had a good team. My year that I graduated, we had 10 kids to go to Division I.
Wow.
And that was big. When you have 10 kids out of the city to go into major colleges, that's big.
Call some names, Coach. You mentioned a couple of them.
Okay, Chris Giles, Norman Ankrum, Oliver Robinson, Tony Ellis.
Wow.
Oh, look at these guys are all Division I players, man. Kenny Ollie went to Wyoming.
Yes.
I mean, there was some kids with big-time college basketball. We had 10.
Stolen by Parker as we're seeing some outstanding defense on the court, and he goes the way. Oh! Nice rebound by J.O. Wow, Coach. Yes, I mean,
Beavers, look at Beavers on that hustle.
Outstanding defense. There needs to be a Birmingham City School Hall of Fame, man. I mean, really, a Birmingham Sports Hall of Fame, because you just named 8 guys that hold records at the universities they went to.
That's right. They all did. Did a very good job.
J.O. looking to move this ball around. The score is 24-4. They need points.
And a lot of people may not know that Chris Giles works with the Parker program.
Oh yeah, Chris Giles will always be a Parker, be for Parker, but one thing about the kids when we were coming up, we all knew each other. We hung out with each other. We knew all the superstars at all the other schools, so we all good friends.
Right.
And you guys played all over the country too, man. I mean, that's just so amazing. Even though the times, we look back, and I know when I was little, I didn't realize how close to the civil rights era I was. And really, when you look back at sports in 70s and 80s, there weren't a lot of black athletes on these Division I programs, not due to, in the South, not due to lack of talent, because as you probably know, Alan Murphy, one of the greatest guys that played before you, a few years before, he had to go to Louisville to play.
That's right. Things change, as years go on, we really made an impact on this sport. And I think we're doing a beautiful job right now.
Parker comes down with the rebound. J.O. still struggling for offense. Nice underhand in and out. Now, Coach, you said most of you guys knew each other. As I remember it, that was because of the rec tour.
Yeah.
The summers, playing ball. Everybody would go to certain schools and play at Ramsey, play at Parker.
Mac Alpine, Mac Alpine was big. Fountain Heights.
Yes.
You go to North Birmingham and play in North Birmingham. We always went to different community centers and played ball, and we played with each other. So we all knew each other very well.
Nice drive by Brandon Wallace. He couldn't convert, Brett, but he drew the foul.
Who he draws, he looks like to me, is Len Bias.
Man, it was.
He looks like, and the way he looks, his wristband, the way he plays, Len Bias.
I feel it. I was sitting there with somebody to me that I just couldn't put my finger on it.
And Brandon is just a sophomore here, man. He got a great body, great size on him. He's going to be okay and come along. This will be a first year playing varsity.
Yeah.
Do you get a chance to pour into these guys? I'm sure you do as a mentor, but any skill development?
Well, coach has asked me to come in a couple of times for practice, and talk to the kids and tell them about some of the things I see. I don't want to overstep Coach Maury. He's doing a great job. He's working hard. He's a young man. Came out of middle school and got to the 6A program. This is more than a handful. You talking about inner city kids. You just can't coach them on the basketball floor. You got to coach them in the school, in the hallway, at home. It don't matter.
That's right.
You got to do the whole. You got to be like a father figure. So he's gonna learn. He's learning the game.
That's right. We were talking about that's coaching.
Yeah. We don't call him a coach. If you that kind of coach, they call him coach.
Right.
Call him coach.
Second free throw about to be launched here. 24-4. You know, Brett, you mentioned nice rebound. Brett, you mentioned earlier about the development of our Eccles on the Parker team.
Yeah.
I really like the development of the team as a whole. As you see Parker coming away with the steal after the trap, good defense, and they got a foul.
You look at the development that you had Coach Smith with Parker when he took over the program. He has really put his stamp on it.
Yeah.
He is really, you know, the personality, the players have taken on his personality. You see these guys working out early in the morning that they work out, running around the school.
Ward makes his first free throw.
I was driving down there by Legion Field, and I was driving and I saw a bunch of them jogging. I'm like, what the heck are you guys doing?
Oh, man.
And about up on the corner was Coach Smith, because they were jogging from Parker around Legion Field and back to Parker.
That's old school right there, man.
That is.
That's old school.
That is.
Where did you all run, Coach?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Our coach would get us up. Don't let us lose the game. We had to be back at practice at 6 in the morning.
Wow.
You know, and everybody was there. Nobody missed practice, I tell you that. You didn't have the kind of problems you might have today where the kids are lazy and want to stay in the bed.
Oh.
Everybody had to get up or you weren't going to be on that team.
26-5 is our score here in the first quarter. My goodness, Brett, are we going to get we should call it busting the clock if you get to 100.
Well, I don't know, because I think the Mustangs are going to settle down, they're going to close down, they're going to play some better defense, but they're going to start clicking on the offense. I'm watching the things that they're missing down here. They're in the paint. It's just rimming in and out.
They got good talent. They got a lot of good talent, just a lot of young boys. I think every kid on that team never played varsity before.
Wow.
There's not a kid on that team that played varsity before. This is their first year playing varsity. So Coach Morrow's doing the best he can.
Yeah. Well, again, they're gaining, coaches, you well know, this year's going to be an experience year. As you would always tell people, if I'm going to take my lumps, I'm going to take them with the young dudes in this year.
That's right.
Because when they come back, when they're sophomores, they're juniors, you're dealing with a different animal.
That's right. It's going to work into his favor. If he can stick around another couple of years and build this program the way he wants to build it, it's going to be okay for him. But you're going to take your lumps early.
Oh, yeah. But Coach, if I'm going to take my lumps, I'm going to do it with the freshmen, the sophomores, and juniors.
That's what he's got, and that's what he's got.
All right, we're ready to get this second quarter underway.
You got Henley over here by the desk.
I tell you, if that band could score points, J.O. would be in the lead right now.
The Mean Green Marching Machine, always number one.
Now look at the defense. I love this right here. Those guys are, look at that. That's tough defense by Lomax.
Absolutely.
And they all look like they're physical dudes, so you're not going to just push them over.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got good talent on this team. Like I said, they just early development, and next year I think we'll see a better situation on the floor.
White hits that first one.
Coach, how do you see AAU impacting high school basketball? Has it helped?
Do you like it? Do you not like it? I hear coaches on both ends.
I tell you what, at first when it came in, I didn't really like it, you know, because it was taking, the more kids were more trying to play AAU than trying to play the high school game, you know, and now today, you know, college coaches don't even come out and see the high school game anymore. They go see the AAU games, you know what I mean? So it's good and it's bad. When I came out, we had a whole little section over there in the crossplex that, man, there was 50 coaches sitting there watching us play every game. You know, and I don't see that like I used to. The scouts used to come in, you know, and you can see them come in and watch the kids play.
Oh, launch that one.
They just go straight to the AAU report.
Right.
You know?
So many teams. I think the competition is watered down a bit.
Eccles on that.
Some of the coaches are coaches. Others are more, you know, entertainers.
Right.
And so they're a hobby.
That's right. Some of these guys trying to live out their dream, you know, when they, you know, probably rode the bench all their life. Now they're coaches, you know what I mean? And so they want to live the dream, you know, through their son or through somebody else's kid, you know. But you know, it takes a lot of money to play AAU basketball. If you ain't got sponsors behind you, you can't travel. So you won't be seen in some of those AAU circuits.
All right, 30-5 is the score. Turnover there by the Mustangs. Parker looking real efficient here with this offense.
That was a solid pick set up by
in the lane. Left hand, nice move, Henley. Going to work.
His development has been just transformable from last year to this year.
Stolen. Oh my goodness.
White.
Nice. Jaden White, the sophomore.
J.O.'s probably got about 8 or 9 turnovers right now, and that's really hurt them, and you know, and getting into their offense.
Right. 34-5 at this timeout. Man, like I said, man, Coach Smith's team is just looking hungry.
Yeah.
Really looking good, and really they look improved over the Winona game that we covered in December, Brett.
They look way different than what we saw, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2.5 weeks ago? They, even though they were still playing at a high level, but they look a lot more polished, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, they're in their stride now.
Yeah, you know.
Because remember when we know it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
But they're playing a clean game.
Yeah.
It's time to be on your game right now. You're playing in the area. You're playing in your area. You're playing teams that you're going to be playing down the stretch. You want to be at the top of your game right now.
And you know, Brett, in Coach Hill's day, there were only 4 classifications. So all these great teams would beat each other out, you know, to get to the state tournament.
That's right. That's right.
We only had one team, like I said, Glenn, that was 3A, but everybody else was 4A.
That's right. We always had to play number 1, number 2 team had to play each other for the finals to see who go to the state. One of us is going to be left at home. And we were number 1 and number 2 all year.
That's right.
Jumper on that. Oh, I thought it was a 3 over there. By Walker.
It seems like for a stretch there, Coach, the number 1 team, the team that had won all year would always get beat in the regional championship.
That's what always happened.
Man.
Oh, Sterling in and out.
My senior year, we had Inslee, Jones Valley, Parker, J.O., Carver, all of us in the same area. Homewood, we're all in the same area, so we beat each other out to go to the state.
Yeah.
And so now they're playing teams that's number 20 or 18 down there, you know. I'm glad they got it different now.
Right. I do think in football it will help to collapse that 7A because 5A in particular, 4A to a certain extent are very weak.
That's right.
And they need to kind of, you know, do something about that, but they'll figure it out. Nice inside move by the big man.
Well, it all counts now on how many kids you got at your school. You know, that's how they do 7, 8, 6. How many kids you got at your school, you know, so. I tell you what, we 6A, we don't want to go up there and play 7As.
Gotcha.
They got 22 kids at their school and we got 900.
Right. 38-7, Brett.
There we go.
J.O. trying, driving, he cuffed it, hesitated, no. Rebound by the Herd.
Brings it up, but this is where I wanted to see the play of the guards.
Jumper, no. Ooh, it's skying. Deflected, retained, drive, foul, no.
And rims out. AG was going in there trying to knock it out. I like that last name, AG. That's a baseball name. It's a bunch of baseball players out of Mobile named AG.
All right.
Played with the Mets. Miracle Mets, 1969.
All right, let's go down to Fred Davenport for an interview on the sideline.
All right, Steve, Jeff, and Brent, we have Coach Josh Stillings here. Coach, introduce your track runners.
Well, right here I got my freshman, Kaya Stewart. I got my sophomore, Joel Ray. And I got my junior, Aiden Moody.
All right, Coach, first off, tell us how is the season going? A lot of people want to know.
Well, right now, you know, the weather, it's going. But like you say, I tell the guys, don't put too much stress on this outdoor, on the indoor, because the training aspect. So we just focus on make sure we getting better so we'll be ready to begin to start the outdoor.
Okay, well, our time is very short, but I would like to talk about your freshman here. If you can tell the public about your freshman.
Okay, Kaya Stewart, he's a two-sport. He's in the band, but he ran with us last year as an 8th grader, and he's ranked right now in the 60 as a freshman with a 55 at the time. So he's ranked like number 5 in his class already, but he's a freshman, but he's on the varsity track team.
Coach, well, let's ask him. So, you know, why did you start early?
The reason I started early is because when you start early, you get to do more and see what they're about first. And then when you get here, you already know what you're going to do and pursue it.
That's very important, right, Coach?
Very important.
So I wanted to ask you, you know, what is it about track that, you know, you like, which, you know, get you out?
Track really just, I really just like track because I get to, you know, win medals. That's what motivates me. So that's why I still do it now.
Okay, and you started early as well?
Yes, sir, I started early. I started running when I was in the 8th grade.
So you really wanted to, you know, improve your skills, so that's why you and your parents wanted to get you out early, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, anything, Coach, how can the public support you? How can they keep up with you all?
Oh, well, we actually, you know, we've been having people reach out with donations. Thankful for everybody, so I still have people that's been donating. I want to thank y'all while we got this opportunity. So you can come to Jackson-Olin, reach out to our athletic department. Any donation can be made to the boys and girls track club. But I also want to emphasize these 3 young men also right here all have 3.0 GPAs.
That's amazing.
So as all we stress as far as athletes, I also stress the importance of the academics.
Yes, yes. All right, well, he has to get back to the stands so they can get ready for halftime. All right, back to you all.
Whoa, we missed some Rembrandt type of plays right there. That was down here where they were passing down here. Whoa, my goodness.
Yeah, we missed some good plays.
Yeah, we did. Parker takes a timeout. It's 3 minutes left before we go to the halftime. But Coach Steve, we just saw some plays right there. Those plays right there were so pretty. The bounce pass of Parker when they're transition.
I said Coach is really doing a good job with this group that he has right now. They're going to go a long way in the playoffs.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they look mean, man.
Did you
mean
know?
Purple machine.
He has them running.
43-7 is the score with 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
And I never would have thought this game would have been turned out this way, I tell you that.
No.
Hey, I put a premium on that 100, man. I believe they're going for it, man.
No,
I believe you're going for the 100.
I'm not going to let them get to 100, Steve. Not going to let them get to 100.
Wow. All I can say right now, the philosophy with Parker is all gas, no brakes.
Right.
Keep the pedal to the metal.
That's right.
Pedal to the metal.
They get it, and they're under control.
They're under control.
And they're finishing.
Yeah. And on the defensive end, they're just as aggressive. Their hands are moving. Their feet are moving.
Right. And I can't say it enough. This is exactly what Coach Smith wanted, and now we're seeing his team look like him. Parker being patient right now. That's one thing that hurts a lot of fast breaking teams. They cannot execute in the half court. Nice dump down.
Look at
kick
this.
it out.
Beavers. I thought it was going to be a foul on that, but no.
Yes, I thought so. Deflected away. No. Rebound, though. No.
Henley. The Beavers.
3-on-1. Oh, he hung in the air, and it was put back.
And there he is right there.
Ishmael Shelton.
No, that's not Shelton. That's that has Shelton's number, but that's not Shelton.
That's not Shelton. Offensive foul drawn by Henley, sacrificing his body.
Another turnover.
Coach Hill, we talked about how many guys in your era played basketball across the country. What was it like, you know, to leave Birmingham, to go to a school in the north, different environment? What was that experience like for you?
Boy, that was really different. When I first got...
Oh, good block. Nice block by the Mustangs.
When I went to my first class, I was the only black in there. It was 60 white students.
Oh, my goodness.
It was totally different for me, you know, to be in that environment. The snow was on the ground all the way up to April. I came in with tennis shoes and leather jackets, and we didn't have no jeans back down here in Birmingham. We didn't wear jeans. We wore slacks.
Right.
So, I mean, my feet were wet for a long time till the lady told me, you got to go get some boots. And they took me to Walmart and went and got one of them big old coats with big old, you know, and some boots and some gloves, because I didn't have none of that stuff. Wow. So it was really different. But getting a chance to play against Larry Bird and a lot of Paul Pressey and a lot of NBA players, it was a great opportunity.
And I imagine some of them you had seen on the national level through the World Game.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I had seen a lot of them coming up on the youth games. They were all on different teams. So it was a great experience for me just to be in a whole different environment, learn how different culture. Definitely a different culture up at Iowa.
Another Aflac three-pointer, and then an old-fashioned three-pointer. They didn't have the line when you were playing, Coach.
Oh, they didn't have no line, and we were shooting all threes, I'll tell you that. And they was only counting them for twos. I wish they would have had that three-point line we were playing.
Oh, man, you're right.
I averaged 26 points a game, but I swear if I'd have had that three line, it probably would have been at 39 or 40.
I believe it, Coach.
I'm laughing at a story about walking in the snow. I was telling somebody today I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
So I was telling him how I walked 5 miles up the snow and up a hill, and people were like, really? Until I told my dad he was a teacher at the school, and he made me walk with him.
That's a different world in that snow, I tell you that.
That's right. Number 2 is Jalen Simmons from Parker. Jalen Simmons.
Jalen Simmons, 48 to 9. Willa Hurd hit the 50 mark. Oh! Glad he's okay.
That's youth, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably have to lay there for 10 minutes or so they come carry me off.
Hey, I was going to say, UAB, here I come.
Hey, but that's the one you feel years from now.
That's right.
All right, inbound play, 28.6 seconds up top. Parker's gonna sell it in for one shot. Pick left. Thought about it. Back over here. Fakes, goes into the lane. Out to the corner, inside the Henley block. Nice defense.
Yes, that was wonderful defense.
Oh, one pass.
Oh, my goodness.
I like what I saw in 12.
That's what I saw right there when you get those guys coming down. So you're talking about the Mustangs. Now they're coming down the floor doing the same thing, and now they're moving the ball.
And, you know, number 12 just got in that game. I like the way he moved that ball right there.
I like him as a point guard. I like he could see if he can get some more playing time. He'd make this team go.
Yeah, I saw that, Coach. Well, we're at halftime. 48 to 9 is the score. Wow, let's take it down to Fred with Coach Smith. Take it away, Fred.
All right, we are live with the Varsity Boys head coach of Parker. Coach, talk about the first half of this game and your thoughts on it.
First half has been amazing. We came into this game wanting to bring energy, and from the jump, we've been bringing energy, been very making a statement this game for us, it being an area game.
Yeah, and talk about the rivalry. Talk about what did you all go over in practice to get ready for this night?
Oh, we watched a lot of film. We got all the way down to the basic details of our offense, our defense, and also we always cover JO offense and defense.
All right, Coach, we'll see you at the end of the game.
All right, thank you.
All right, back to you all.
All right.
Hey, Coach, that was great.
Great job, Davenport. Man, we enjoy having Coach here with us this first half. all-time great here at Jackson-Olin High School.
He had a lot of insight.
Oh, absolutely, man. A wealth of knowledge and insight. His ability to analyze the game and break down the action would really enhance what we were doing. You hear and you see the mighty green marching machine.
And there you go.
And they got my man now,
There he is.
a drum major.
There he is.
Yeah. We're going to let you enjoy this for a minute.
Hi, this is Good East Birmingham, where we bring you a taste of the town.
In the heart of the bustling Avondale neighborhood, you'll find an eclectic event space called Elysian Gardens. It's also the new home of Country Kitchen. The star of the show at Country Kitchen is barbecue, specifically their succulent country-style ribs.
All right, and we're here with the owner of Country Kitchen, DeMarcus Rogers.
How you doing? I'm doing pretty good.
All right, so what do we have here?
Okay, so our first dish is one that we just added, actually. We have our country burger. And that's two patties, two beef patties. And what we did was we grill it, we get it real hot, and then we put cheese in between both of the patties, and then we melt the cheese inside the patties. All right?
Nice.
I love it, man, I'm telling you. And next right here, we have our loaded potato. Now we can do a lot of things with the potato. Today, what we did with the potato was we added shrimp to it, put shredded cheese on top, put some jalapenos on there, and topped it with our barbecue sauce.
I like those jalapenos.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit of flavor.
All right, last one.
And last but not least, you have to have ribs. You have to have the ribs.
Yeah.
The ribs that's the best of the best. So.
Well, let's dig in. I'm
Go ahead.
gonna grab a rib. Oh, yeah, that's finger looking good right there.
I love cars when it comes to body work, mechanic work.
Anytime Jackson-Olin Jr. Jalen Green comes into his auto collision class, he's eager to get into this shop.
I learned more about like the grits we use for like sandpaper. If you want to do like get it to like the bare metal.
Student Stephen Benson has been in the class for 2 months as well.
It's so much I learned. I learned about sanding, how to get rid of dents in the cars.
Sanding, what is that like?
Sanding, it's like you got to go around dents. So to see what a dent actually is, like here, as instance, you have to sand around this area to find out how big and where's the dent located.
Here, Jalen and Steven are using prime wash to remove wax and grease before they prime and paint this truck.
The jobs that we're preparing our students for are actually we're hoping to create a portal from the school directly into the industry. Here in Alabama, we have 5 manufacturers.
JO's automotive collision program is ASC certified, and students have an opportunity to receive industry standard certificates after completing courses ranging from entry-level collision painting and refinishing to iCar Auto Refinish Platinum. This certification gives graduating students an advantage to start their careers making $30,000 to $60,000. Joseph Williams, the new instructor for this class, is also teaching his students about creating their own auto collision business.
Entrepreneurship is huge. Not only will it build the community, it builds them.
This class even taught me how to like, what it takes to even run a business. So like the technicians, body parts, all that stuff, people who gotta help the body parts, to the painters, to the assistants, to owner. It taught me a lot.
Mr. Williams typically pairs his students in groups to work on various parts of this vehicle. He creates situational damage scenarios around the car as a way to measure their learning progress.
In this process, they will learn the identification of the damage. They'll be able to repair it with body filler and also take it through the entirety, which is final prep and paint and finish.
Jackson-Olin's auto collision class has been recognized by the Universal Technical Institute based in Arizona for providing students with an excellent source of knowledge and skills. UTI informed JO that its collision program meets the requirement for the Technical Education Instructional Grant, which will be used to help the Mustangs achieve their career goals. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media. Students today, lawyers tomorrow.
He was wrongly accused.
These are scholars from Ramsey, Woodlawn, Jackson-Olin, Carver, Parker High Schools.
You think she's a liar, right?
Executing a mock trial competition at the Jefferson County Courthouse.
This case is about a boy named Andy Jackson and a girl named Stacy Simpson. They were into it because Andy was sneezing by his locker and Stacy recorded him and saying that he had COVID.
Parker student Kamaya Allen and the other students are participants in the YMCA's Youth and Government program. The YMCA has partnered with the Birmingham Bar Association not only to show these scholars how government works, but to recruit more minority attorneys. Marcus Maples, president of the Birmingham Bar Association, said in the Alabama State Bar, less than 8% of attorneys are people of color.
There's an emphasis on Birmingham City Schools because we believe that those students are extremely talented, and all that we need to do as members of the bar is support them in their talent and in their vision to become lawyers, and they will.
The support comes from lawyers from various law firms in Birmingham. They acted as attorney coaches for the students leading up to the mock trial. This is a big deal for Kamaya as she aspires to become an attorney someday.
It just gives me the feel of what it's going to actually be like when I do step into my career in the future. It just lets me know that I have to make sure that I have all the facts before it's time for me to actually get into my case.
There was a moment of inspiration.
As you heard, my name is Jaden Patton, and I am privileged to be a judge here on the Civil Circuit bench. This is my 7th year, my 2nd term, and I am enjoying it immensely.
The scholars heard from judges like Javen Patton, who is also a graduate of Ramsey IB High School. The judges even critiqued the students on their court performance. Ramsey student Tyra Davis is grateful for the opportunity because she too wants to become a lawyer in the future.
With the YMCA, this is a great program that they're doing with youth and government because we're actually allowed to experience what's going on in the courtroom. We're able to get internships with other judges.
Carver students had the pleasure of serving on the jury.
As being active jurors in there, sitting and listening, and just, I want to say taking key points away from like what the defense did in this situation, or what did the plaintiff do in this situation, just learning and getting a better understanding of it.
As of now, the Students Today, Lawyers Tomorrow project is open to all BCS high school students, but the goal is to expand the program to the middle school level. I'm Fred Davenport with BCS Media.
Scholar Athletes of the Week, sponsored by
Jax. It's all about the South.
From Birmingham to the world.
Yes, sir.
This is BCS Under the Lights. I'm your host, Steve Brown, with my co-host, Brett Oates.
Yes,
and we're here at PD Jackson-Olin High School. And Brett, the band has 5 on it, baby.
Hey, they put 5. I think they put another 5 on. They got 15 on.
Yeah.
They got 10 on.
They're dropping it, man. We have been entertained tonight by the Mighty Green Marching Machine.
They have been entertaining. This says a lot about the music programs over here. Like I was saying to you earlier, it must be easier to recruit college talent for bands.
Oh, man.
Coming to Birmingham.
Oh,
it
man.
must be.
You just walk into the city and just give out scholarships.
Come on, here you go.
You just stumble over musicians.
There you go.
In the great tradition of Jackson-Olin, former band directors, Jose Carr, one of your fraternity brothers. No, actually, Jose is my fraternity brother.
Oh, there you go.
Excuse me. Mr. Crawford, your fraternity brother.
Okay.
Outstanding, long-time band director here at Jackson-Olin. In fact, just tie a little civil rights in, Mr. Crawford's father ran many of the buses that would carry the civil rights workers around.
Wow.
And Dr. King and others. Yeah, Mr. Crawford was very instrumental in transporting the workers, the civil rights freedom riders and freedom walkers when they needed to get from place to place for the protest.
Yeah. Wow, that's some good stuff right there.
Mr. Donald Crawford.
I was just looking around in the stands. I love how the administration support these teams. I'm over there. I see the principal, Darrell Hudson, over there from Parker High School. You see the principal here from J.O. and his staff is here in abundance.
Absolutely. Our stadium announcer is reminding our students that if they hadn't called their ride, it's almost that time to get them on their way.
It's almost that time. Get them going. Wake them up. Let's go.
All right, back to live action, 48-9. Yes, that is correct. Parker is dominating this game. It's been exciting. J.O. is fighting, and we're going to see what they can do the second half as Dorsey misses. Deflected and stolen by J.O.
Getting it back. There you go. Eccles is trying to put that defense on, and he gets it in.
2 points. Santel, Agee. Parker being obviously more patient right now. Working their half-court offense. Jump shot, three-pointer.
Wow!
And Affleck, three-pointer. James W. Brown, district sales coordinator.
Now it looks like to me that Coach Smith is now going into a different, he's made an adjustment that he's getting ready. You can tell that he's getting ready for regional play. Instead of just run up and down like he did in the first half, how now they're under control, playing a little bit more disciplined.
They are. They're in a matchup zone as well. Henley on Dorsey. Dorsey with the quick turnaround, no.
Beavers off the fingertips of Beavers at Parker.
Dorsey is just a freshman, Brett, number 15 for the Mustangs. Nice size.
Yes.
He just needs some maturity in his moves. He's going to be just fine.
Oh, he's going to be more than fine. He has nice size.
He really does. Nice closeout.
Oh, there you go.
For the three-pointer right in his face. Another Affleck three-pointer. Yeah, I couldn't quite see what was missing in Dorsey's game. I was like, this guy has size. He moves well.
Yeah.
And then I looked down and I saw that he was a freshman. And that's not a negative. That just speaks to he hadn't had experience at this level.
Oh, my goodness. He is going to be, I like the way he moves. He feels confident. He's going to get some ability. You know, he has ability, rather. But he's going to get that confidence of playing up here at the varsity
and
level.
I do stand corrected. He is a junior. Dorsey is a junior.
Oh, there he is. Yes. He still has a whole nother year
to develop.
This is a great year for him.
And he looks like he has outside skills, but they have him down low because of his size.
Yes.
So that, in fact, may be the missing link that we're looking at. .536 remaining in the third, 54-11. J.O. pushing it up.
Now this Morton with the ball right here. He looks like he is a pure point guard.
Yes.
And I'm glad that they're getting him more time.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
By the sophomore, Brandon Wallace.
Morton, he's a sophomore out there on the floor as well.
Good defense now on the perimeter. And Morton generates a steal with his quickness. 2 points. That could have been a goaltending the way he slapped that backboard.
Yeah, I don't know what Simmons was doing.
Morton for 2. Nice spin, but blocked by Wallace. 2-minute twirl. Wallace down. 2 points.
Wow, he went to the rim.
For the sophomore, Wallace.
Yes. That was Limbias-like, wasn't it?
He really does look like that guy, man.
He does.
From the corner. Yes.
Oh, there you go. You got
that
Burton.
was a 2-shot. Burton. Good shooters on this squad.
Oh, they're into a press.
Stolen by Henley. Oh, and he's fouled.
He
thought that was going to be a rim
do.
shaker.
He thought he was going.
Great job, Director Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Outstanding job.
Outstanding job.
By the band director, Jackson-Olin.
Hate to see him go. Hate to see him go.
There you go.
There
Look
you
out
go.
for your kids, man. Take care. Henley. In and out. I guess, Brett, do we owe an apology to the audience that was not quite ESPN-esque there, but there's just a love that we have for our colleagues. So
oh, yeah.
when we see a man like band director Fitzpatrick, we want to acknowledge who he is and what he's doing for our children.
I mean, that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of organization, you know, to get the musicians to not only play the music, but to put on, you know, with the steps and the routines. That is a lot of work into that. That's
a lot of dedication on his part.
A lot of dedication.
I often say this, Brett, and we said it during football season. The band practices more than the football team and the basketball team combined. As the Mustangs bring it up, it goes out of bounds. All right, let's go down to Fred for an interview. Fred?
I enjoy the hard work, the dedication, and like the all honesty around the whole band. You have a great band program here, and I just want to say that I love it here. No one doing it better than the O.
Yeah, talk about the culture, the spirit here at Jackson-Olin.
The spirit here is over, like, I'll say over 100% honesty, because like every competition we done went to so far this whole year, we have got all ones. We got trophies to show proof, and yeah.
And so you're a senior. What's next for you?
What's next? Most definitely college. I would like to do college at either Jackson State University or Alabama State University. I love those two colleges. They're my biggest dreams. I like Alabama
Put
State.
Alabama and A&M at the top and push those other two down.
I would, but
go where you want to, man.
Thank you.
Sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always.
All right. So we have he wants to show me some skills real quick. We only have 2 seconds.
Okay. So just a low out. So ready? Go. So
we gotta put some swag to it.
Put some little swag to it.
All right, Steve and Brett, back to you all. I think we got.
There you go. That explains it. That explains a lot right there.
Yeah.
All right.
We
now
see
we
you,
know.
Davenport.
We see you.
You know, Brett, there's another one of my guys, dude, straight out of Brown Elementary, getting it done here at Jackson-Olin High School. It is so great and rewarding. In fact, both of those tuba players are from Brown Elementary, if I am not mistaken. I just want to get get Fred to bring him over here.
Yeah,
great
that's
job,
good
Fred.
stuff, man. Yeah.
Aren't these two boys from Brown Elementary? Yes, they are. How you doing, fellas? Good to see you, man. Keep up the good work. We're pulling for you. Look forward to seeing you guys in college. Stop by and let me know. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch with you guys through band director. Keep up the good work. That's all right, man.
We're going to get Coach O in here.
Absolutely.
Coach O said he didn't want to talk to us.
Another outflank three-pointer by Parker.
The best trainer, not in the state of Alabama, but in the United States.
Absolutely. And he not only trains the body, he trains the mind, Brett.
How y'all doing?
Outstanding,
Good
Coach.
to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Man,
sir.
we're looking at the stamina and stuff. We know that the Parker girls and boys work out with you as you work out with the football team and all the other people over at Parker, and you do a whole lot of other stuff. We're just looking at the way that they're in shape.
Well, primarily, right now, I primarily work with the girls. A few of the boys on the team have came in, but I mean, you know, that's all about building the culture. The culture needs to state that you can't be here and be late. So that's kind of what we're trying to do over there at Parker right now, as a whole athletic staff.
Yeah. Now, Coach, you've been doing it for a while. What do you have, you know, when you're getting guys, particularly when they come in to change that mindset that you're going to have to work? You're a tough guy. You get them going. I've seen your thing. You get them mentally ready. Everybody thinks it's just physical, but I've watched what you've done with them mentally as well.
Yeah. Well, what we've done is we got so caught up in building bigger, stronger, faster athletes. But what we've done in a lot of settings, we built bigger, faster, stronger quitters. So you got to deal with the mind first, because you can put all you want to put in that body, but if that mind ain't lining up 100% with that body, the kid can get bigger, faster, stronger, but the mind got to be one with the body. So it's, you know, I've always believed in training. You take a holistic approach with all athletes and deal with the whole athlete.
And what are those things you do, Coach, when you talk about you get the holistic aspect with them? What is your philosophy on getting them, moving them from, and when we get those freshmen, you get some sophomores, and you get some kids from other places that they haven't been pushed.
Yeah.
How do you go through your steps?
I think it's very simple. You have to train an athlete from the end to the beginning. You got to look at where you want to see them in the next 4 years, and then you work your way back to the present. What a lot of people do, they focus on what they see the day that they see that athlete, but that ain't who that athlete is. I'm looking at the full potential, and then I work my way back to the present to realize this is what I got to do to get this kid to this point in 4 years, because it's about manhood, it's about academics, it's about being able to succeed in life and not just getting a scholarship a lot of times to go to the next level, but to actually thrive when you get there. Or if it's via military, trade, whatever you do, you want to pick up these habits that are going to make you great later in life. So I look at an athlete from the end to the beginning, not from the beginning to the end.
Well, I like how you said, you know, you look at it how they have to focus. We're talking about athletics, but you want them to focus on those academics as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely. How you do anything is how you do everything. So I think when you build excellence, you just build excellence. It starts to breed excellence in everything you do. So yes, I'm trying to, when I touch an athlete, that's what I'm trying to do, build excellence as a whole, not just in one area.
Now, Coach, you also, can people reach you to have them come work with their junior high or their kids? How can somebody reach out and get in contact with you to work with you, have you work with their kids?
It's very simple. I have a website, mdfnation.com, and at that point you can reach out through the website. It talks about team training and personal training, so it kind of just takes you through the gamut of what
and what's that website again?
It's mdfnation.com.
MDF,
yeah,
as in Frank,
Nation. mdfnation.com.
Tell us how you got started on this path of developing athletes.
It was simple, man. I played in the NFL for 6 years, and when I got out, I was trying to find my next step in life. And so, of course, like everybody else, you hear the stories, hey, man, we want to flip houses. And the real estate market was booming at the time, so I tell the story all the time. I started flipping houses, and then after about a year or two, the houses started flipping me after I lost about $400,000 or $500,000. I realized, you know what, this ain't my calling, and I heard a small voice say, go back to what you know. And that was dealing with athletes, and I didn't necessarily want to be a coach per se. And so I started out training my brother-in-law at the time, and he started, you know, bringing some of his friends, and next thing you know, you look up, it had evolved into what we call now today modern-day fitness.
Wow, that's a wonderful story, Coach. And so you played ball here at UAB.
Yeah, I did.
And so you found your way back to Birmingham after your pro career.
I did. This is where my kids was, and I just felt like this was the best spot at the time to settle down. And I always liked Birmingham because I always say it's in the middle of the South. You can get everywhere in 3-4 hours. You know, New Orleans, you can go to Atlanta, you can go to Nashville. So it's a great location and been a great city for me.
Well, Coach, you are a great guy who has contributed invaluably behind the scenes
yeah.
to so many athletes, including my son, and I want to thank you publicly for that. And Coach, you're just doing a wonderful job. And I want to say on behalf of the kids, I was about to say some you may not see again, but I'm sure they love you so much, man. They come back, even though you drilled them, they come back years later and say, Coach, I appreciate what you put in me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I always say sometimes that love lie dormant. It take a little while. They see a little life and they realize, hey, man, that old salt and pepper guy wasn't telling me no lies in that weight room on that field. And I was blessed, man. And your son is definitely, man. I was talking to Steve last night. He's just one of those guys that'll stay with me forever, man. And I was blessed to train him and so many others.
Well, Coach, we really appreciate you, man. And I've laughed a many nights with things Steve has told me you said. So these Coach O-isms, man. But you really developed the mind, and I appreciate it. You know, and as a parent, you have to realize that your kids are not going to always listen to you.
Absolutely.
You need somebody to echo what you've been putting into them, and I really appreciate you, Coach.
Absolutely, man. And it's all love, and I appreciate what you guys are doing and shedding light on these athletes in Birmingham and really getting them out there, and I think this is a beautiful thing, and I appreciate y'all for bringing me on the program. I sincerely do.
Man, we appreciate you even taking the time. How can they reach you again? What is that website?
mdfnation.com. And at that point, you can do, you know, there are several options there, and it'll tell you more about the program, more about my background and resume, and we'll be grateful to entertain any opportunity that comes our way.
And just as a highlight, Coach O has been and still is the personal trainer for Jameis Winston, among other famous athletes that you may have heard of, but we know people in this area know who Jameis is.
Yes, sir, man, my guy, man. Grateful.
Wow, this 1968.
Well, Coach, lastly, what can you tell us about Coach Sledge, man? We love the way she coaches.
Yes.
I love her intensity and her meticulous nature with her team. She demands excellence.
Absolutely. It's been a blessing working with Coach Sledge. When I say no ego, I mean that. She allows all of her coaches to get involved. She allows us to play our role. She got some young coaches under her, some young ladies, Breonna Crane, Coach K. She's developing them into coaches. You know, a lot of times you can tell by somebody's leadership by how many leaders they develop, not so much as how many followers. So, you know, it's been a joy and a blessing watching what she's done, man, and getting the opportunity to work with Sledge. And, man, she really do truly love kids. She's everything you say she is, man. She's detailed. She loves the game, and she fights. And, man, y'all see on the sideline, she got more passion than Mike Singletary and Ray Lewis combined.
Absolutely. She really does, Coach. But, yeah, you guys are doing some great things at Parker. You and Coach Oates, I mean, across the board, if we gave a BCS top athletic program, my vote would be for Parker. I mean, top football, top basketball, top baseball, girls athletics, man. I mean, the sky's the limit for you guys under the vision of Principal Hudson, and then being able to draw together great people, man, who are willing to do the work.
Yeah, him and Coach Moss are just doing a fantastic job. And they, you know, we talk about culture all the time, but culture got to have a place to rest. So, you know, the fact that they set up a place to actually have a culture, it's been a blessing, and I'm happy that I made the move over there with Coach Sledge and all the people that are in charge of the program over there at Park.
Well, Coach, you're part of that. You're part of that culture. You've helped establish that culture.
Yes, sir.
So, we appreciate you being over there. You know, you worked with our baseball guys a couple times, and we just appreciate what you do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Coach, you dabble in the baseball, too. I was about to say, I knew about your basketball and football, but, hey, strength and a strong mindset is key to being successful in everything.
Everything, man. I tell people all the time, if you take a LeBron James, about 70% of what he does athletically can translate to any sport. So when you're building it's always about building an athlete first. You know, sometimes we get so caught up on the skill of the athlete, but when you got a great athlete, you can just about teach him to do him or her to do anything. So I'm more about building that athlete and then allowing that coach to paint on that canvas once they got that athlete.
Well, we appreciate you, Coach O. We got to go down to a sideline interview with our outstanding sideline reporter, Fred Davenport. But big kudos to another example of BCS excellence. Coach Otis Leverett. Coach O,
Thanks a lot, man. God bless y'all.
Yes, my brother.
Appreciate it.
Take it away, Fred.
All right, guys, before we end this game tonight, we must talk to a Parker cheerleader. So we have Nakai. Naki. I'm so sorry. No, please don't get me. All right, so tell us, you're a junior. What do you enjoy about cheering?
I just love the bond that I have with others. I've been cheering ever since I was like 3, so I enjoy doing it. And plus, I like to battle other people. Like, it's just fun. I don't know.
Yeah, talk about the practice, the cheer camps. What are they like?
Okay, so we are currently 16 days away from competition. So practice lately, we just been focusing on competition, trying to win, trying to place. If we don't get grand champion, we want to at least place like 3rd or something.
Okay, all right. So do you plan to cheer after high school? Do you plan to go to college and cheer?
Nah, I just want to I want to go to college for nursing, but I think I want to go to college to play softball because I play softball also.
All right, well, we appreciate you taking the time to tell us about your future, and back to you all.
All right, we're back live. Big kudos to Coach O, man, for coming in, and telling his story, helping us to entertain our fans. The score is 70-23. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game.
But like, you and I and a whole lot of these coaches, not just me and you, but all of these coaches in BCS and around everywhere else who talk to these young men that Coach O had a professional NFL career. And then he has to figure out, what are you going to do afterwards? We always say that about your education. What are you going to do after this game? And he is a good example about figuring out, what are you going to do after this game? We've all played. We've all done things. You can play in the NFL, in Major League Baseball, MLB, professional tennis or golf. But you're going to stop playing that game at some point.
That's right.
So what else will you be doing to be a productive citizen, to be a good husband, to be a good family, a father? What else are you going to do? What are you going to do after this game?
And Brett, we see so many dedicated coaches hearing what we do and, and what we do in the community. And just on what you just said, just a big shout out and thank you to all of the coaches. From the smallest of T-ball leagues all the way up to high school, man. I mean, the stipends are never enough if you're fortunate enough to get one.
Right.
But it's what you pour into these kids. And, like I always do, I hope it doesn't wear on you, but I take pride in seeing kids that I poured into and to see them still on the path towards success. So we always want to recognize them and push them toward higher heights.
Yes. So this game is over, Steve.
Yes, it is. They did not get to 100, thankfully. The clock did not break tonight. Who's our player of the game, Brett? You've been making good calls so far.
You know who I've got a couple of names I'm going to hit you with. I'm going to hit you with number 1, Jaden White, the sophomore guard. I like Sterling, the guard from Parker, on his defense. Eccles was good as well, but I'm going to go with, I got Henley. I'm going to go with Eccles tonight.
I feel you, man. Eccles set the tone early.
He did.
He came out as a beast, and that is our player of the game for Parker High School and the JO matchup. And that concludes our game, and the score is 70-23 as the Parker Thunder and Herd absolutely dismantled JO tonight.
They did. I was surprised that they would come out and do this too.
Really was. They put forward a fighting effort. Again, we see teams get beat, but it is commendable when you see teams not lose, and you lose when you have a bad attitude.
Yeah.
You lose when you don't play hard. These guys got beat tonight.
They got beat tonight. There you go. And, but that, again, we've been saying this all night about the girls, the boys. When they continue to play, that's a reflection on the coach. And the coach over there is doing a great job, even though he knew they may have been overwhelmed tonight, but he continued to coach.
That's right.
He continued to coach. So, big ups to them. It's always just great to see good athleticism, and good sportsmanship, even when, you know, they're blowing out another team.
All right, we're going to throw it down to Fred on the sideline with the winning coach, Coach Donnell Smith. Take it away, Fred.
All right, Coach, you all had a great game tonight. Talk about the final results.
Oh, man, we went in at halftime. We talked about discipline, working towards sub-regionals, and looking forward to the state championship run we're going to have. So it was more about discipline in the second half. We was on the kids about the small things that'll get you beat.
Yeah. So where do you all go from here?
We go minor Tuesday, then we got one coming up Friday against Homewood. 2 area games we're looking forward to. We ready to get back in the lab to compete.
Okay, when you get back in that lab, what do you have to work on, Coach?
Oh, man, I always say discipline first, man. Discipline first with this generation and kids that's of the age that we have, that we're trying to raise to be young men and scholar athletes. We're going to stay with discipline.
Okay. All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck to you all. All right, back to you all.
Great interview by Fred Davenport with Darnell Smith, the winning coach. Brett, what a performance by his team tonight.
So now Parker moves to 15-5. Well, I'm sorry, not 15-5. They moved to 19-8.
19-8.
They moved to
great seeing legend Coach Williams in the house, BCS, outstanding athlete and winning coach out here supporting his grandson for the Parker Thunder and Herd. Always great to see you, Coach. What a game. Let's take it back to Fred as he interviews one of the players from Parker.
Sterling.
All right, Brett and Steve, we have Antonio Stir. He is a senior for the Parker High School. So talk about this game. What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it that we getting better from last game, and that it's still some stuff we can improve on, like our turnovers, being more patient. But overall, we just came and handled business in respect to the team too.
Yeah, and you got 2 big matchups coming up next week. Talk about, when you go back to the lab, what do you work on?
Just really shooting, and we just work on our confidence, really. Like, we just being there every day, really just trying to get better and better.
Okay, all right, thank you. Good luck to you. Back to you all.
All right, we're back live. Brett?
Yep.
What you got, baby?
Well, wonderful game tonight, man. It was still entertaining, even though it was a blowout, 23-70. Parker's over top of the Mustangs, J.O. However, I saw on both ends, even though the Mustangs were overwhelmed and they're young, I like what they're going to have in the future. I saw the guys that they were playing, the skill level that they have, that this is going to be a program for next year that is going to
we just want you to ask the cameraman to get a shot of Coach Williams here, Birmingham legend, outstanding player.
There he is.
There he is. That's right. We appreciate you, Coach.
All right.
Absolutely.
We got to move on. We got to move on with the.
All right, Brett.
All right.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Coach. 70-23, man.
They couldn't hear what they couldn't say. What was Coach telling you?
Oh, Coach was speaking to the development of the fundamentals in the player and how, one, he's still a coach that can work with any of these guys to get them to where they need to be, but it takes mastering the fundamentals and those basic skills to be able to execute out here on the court.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, those fundamentals.
Absolutely. Brett, what a game, man. I mean, the score was lopsided, but yet what we saw was a determined J.O. squad, youthful. They didn't give up. They kept playing, but Parker just overpowered them.
Oh, yeah. You could see him getting up the floor. You had the guys that we saw for Parker that were up there. You got Eccles. You had Sterling. You had White. You had all of those guys that were getting up and down the floor. We saw them from a year ago to where they are now. The development that Coach Donnell Smith has done with them through his whole program, but not just those guys, but through the whole program that you've seen over there. So Parker is definitely going to be a force to be dealt with.
Talk a little bit about our man Eccles, our player, our Jacks player of the game.
Yes, player of the game. He has come along a long way playing the forward position. He's very light on his feet. He can maneuver the ball. He has some ball handling skills. He's very aggressive now. He's playing through contact, where we saw last year, you and I saw last year, he wasn't finishing those plays around the basket. He's finishing those plays now. You can see the confidence in his defense that he showed tonight. So you're seeing the development of these guys, all of these guys, and I have to take my hat off to Coach Smith and the Parker program.
And Parker gets the sweep. Coach Sledge and the ladies come away with
Yes.
the victory for the girls. Again, comments on what we saw from the ladies.
The ladies, they look very aggressive tonight. She emptied her whole bench, and now she's getting ready for regional play. Coach Sledge is doing a fantastic job. She has got those kids. You brought it up that we're seeing people out here on the floor tonight that we haven't been calling, and we've seen them a couple of times.
All right.
We have people that started for the girls Parker team that we had never seen, and they played the whole game.
Absolutely.
And we saw the starters come in as the substitutions.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing she's developing, and now she's getting ready for regional play.
Throwback night here, BCS. Again, Coach Ralph Williams in the house, supporting his grandson, former JO outstanding player Tony Hill in the house, Chris Giles in the house. Man, what a great night tonight, BCS Excellence. Let's run through these promos, Brett, and get ready to get out of here.
Yes, it is.
Board Member Appreciation Month. This month, the month of January, we recognize the board members of the Birmingham City Schools. We appreciate all of the exceptional work you do daily with our superintendent to establish vision of success for the BCS.
Then you've got congratulations, the BCS District Volleyball Champions, William W. J. Christian Volleyball Champs. We have to take our hats off to them. Fantastic job for them in their championship at the Volleyball Championship for W.J. Christian.
And the Winona High School Lady Dragons, champions of flag football, 5A state champions.
That is fantastic right there. You've got the Birmingham City Schools District Football Champions, the J.H. Phillips Academy for 2023, who were also the champions for football. We have to take our hats off. Fantastic job done with them as well.
We need to hear from you, the Birmingham City Schools do, for planning our strategic plan. We're having our community meetings, help shape our path forward for the next 5 years. Monday, January 29th, 5:30 at Central Park Elementary School. Tuesday, January 30th, 5:30, Martha Gaskins Elementary School. Success starts where?
Right here.
The BCS Specialty Schools applications are open. Epic School, Princeton Elementary, J.H. Phillips Academy, Ramsey High School, and W.J. Christian. The QR code for these schools, you can join through the app. You can scan it right here and get the application so your child can be considered for one of our specialty schools. And our next game. Here we go, the Ramsey Rams. It is a in-house game, baby. We get to be homers. Ramsey versus Sparkman. Coming up to you live on next week. Oh, wow, our computer's going crazy here, guys. Windows are opening, and I can't see anything. What a night, man. We're certainly reminded that we have some great sponsors here for our BCS Under the Lights Courtside edition, the Alabama Education Association, our partners in making sure that we have quality workplaces and the best environment for our professionals and our learners. Our three-point sponsor is Aflac, James W. Brown, sales consultant. We thank James W. Brown for his support of the Birmingham City Schools. Jax, our first and our most prominent corporate sponsor, Jax, for more. Jax is the flavor of the South. In fact, on the way home, Brett, I encourage our fans to go get some good Jax.
There you go. Get some of that chicken there.
Absolutely. And they are the sponsor of our player of the week, or player of the game, I should say, Jax, our sponsor. Our Scholar Athletes of the Week, Kennedy Cunningham. 3.7 GPA. Congratulations, Kennedy. Travion Stevens. What's that GPA, Brett?
3.0.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Scholar athlete, BCS excellence. Man, the band, Director Fitzpatrick turned it up.
Yes, he did.
Turned it up tonight with his Mustangs, man.
Yes, he did.
Great games on both ends. The scores, you know, did not reflect competitive games, but sportsmanship was there.
Yeah.
The competitive spirit was there. Both teams, both coaches, boys and girls, gave us their all tonight.
Oh yeah, it was good. Like you said, that the scores did not show the competitiveness, but it was there. We saw the flashes on the teams for the Mustangs. They have a bright future. Both boys and girls basketball here have a bright future, and we were entertained just so much by the Green Machine here at Jackson-Olin that they put on a show.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kudos to the JO professional community led by Principal Dr. Nicole Williams. Her and her staff are doing a great job over here, and we encourage them to keep up the BCS excellence. Brett, have we left anything out tonight?
I don't think so. It's been good. It's a little chilly.
It is chilly, so we better warm up when you get out in this weather tonight going home, and I think you need to be warm.
Oh, we need to thank
all
our
day
guys
tomorrow.
Down in the ladies and gentlemen down there in the truck.
We can never forget them. Last but not least,
our crew.
The best crew in TV land, I dare say.
Yes, our crew, they do a phenomenal job over there with making us look good. You see them with the camera shots and all the other things that they do. They take the time to set this stuff up. It doesn't happen overnight, and they do a fantastic job.
All right, and there is a weather alert, so we will serve as your weather people, giving you just a quick reminder to be warm, to cover your pipes, and bring your animals inside if you have them. This has been BCS Under the Lights. I'm here with my esteemed colleague, Brett Oates. We've had a great time with you. We're going to sell off from PD Jackson-Olin High School, and we'll see you next week at Ramsey as they take on Sparkman High School. Brett, great job, my friend.
We'll see you, Steve.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for the crew. Thank you for security. Thank you for everybody here cleaning up at JO. Great production tonight. Everybody be safe going home. God bless.